What up, YouTube? You already know. Big Lou tapping back in with what it do with Big Lou and a ZR2, baby. And first time you come into the channel, it'd be highly appreciated if you like, sub, and share the channel with your family, friends, folks, people, gente, camaradas, comrades, associates, associos, buddies, pals, and be sure to comment, and I respond back to all the comments. You can tell from that thumbnail, it's your boy Big Lou in the middle. That is during one of my terms, prison terms, what we call here in Cali. Back east, they call them bids, right? That was a 4-year bid I did on that one, 4-year term on that one there. That was in the years of 2012, 13, 14. I got out, 2012, and I got out 2015. Give it a second or two to see some people come in. Rich from Bay Area Digital Marketing. Check them out. IG. If you need any type of things for weddings, quinceañeras, events, any type of event, your company, anything like that, go to Rich DM right here. You can tap in with him right here and get his info, but I believe it's called his company is Bay Area Digital Marketing, I believe. If I'm not correct, Rich, put the right name. Give me 1 second, peoples. Do-da. What up, everybody? Just needed a second to take care of something. I was eating right now and I was eating something. I got ketchup all over my brand new Pro Club Teasy. Crazy, man. It's not easy being, you know what I'm saying, out here on the grind. You feel me? Nah, I'm playing. So there you go. www.baymanda.com or www.baymandan.com. Roscoe tapping in from Scotland. Hey, laddie, are you from Scotland, lad? Send mines to Scotland. Uh-oh. El hermano mío, Carlo Muniz. Uh-oh, Maki Mock. Not easy being greasy. Ooh, not easy being greasy, huh? Man, I can't believe brand new Pro Club Teasy, man. I fucking dropped ketchup all on the damn thing, man. Crazy, bro. Unbelievable. I don't know. I marked out. I don't know if you guys seen the thumbnail. I'm in the middle. The two homies are on the one on each side of me. I blacked their name. I blocked, or how would you say it? I took their faces out because, you know, I didn't get permission from them. Plus, I don't really want to do that. You feel me? So it's the name of the video, the live stream. Let's get it, right? Let's get it. Can't stop, won't stop, right? And then it's Maquina Listo, machine ready, right? Up and on par, up to par. No, excuse me. Maquina Listo, Maquina on track, Maquina Listo, up and on track. Players, that's when everybody, when we're in the hole, everybody fucking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like this, running in track, right? And then you got a Maquina coordinator. You know, I ain't gonna don't ask me peoples because I'm not gonna get down to do no burpees. But you know what I'm saying? The Maquina coordinator will decide what routines will go in what order, right? And don't, and I repeat, don't, when that man asks you, excuse me, sir, brother so-and-so. So they say, brother Big Lou, right? And I'd be like, yes, sir. What's the count, sir? And if I motherfucking fuck up and say the wrong motherfucking count, bro, guess what? We starting over. And you can thank Big Lou for that. You feel me? Oh man, dude, you know how many times I've seen, and it's a cold game too, because you know, just like with everything, you pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Your cognitive thinking. You know, if nobody don't know what cognitive thinking, that means you're basically your self-talk. You know, in your mind, your brain. You know who to get. You know, just like with your kids, when you got kids and they're not paying attention, you know already. Junior, what did I just say right now? You know, boom, same thing, right? Because you're always gonna have homies that are, you know, above and beyond, you know, you know, real sharp when it comes to the mouthpiece, right? The gift of gab, real sharp. You're gonna have homies that are, you know, okay. You're gonna have some cats that are mediocre, and you're gonna have some that are just dumb as rocks, and it is what it is. But guess what? They're homies, so you know you can't turn your back on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't love me no burpees, because the next day, or usually it's not even the next day, it's the same day, man. After washing up and relaxing after doing them, I'm like, oh shit. Everybody's like, what's wrong with your leg? Oh, it ain't my leg, it's my back, my neck and my back, boy. You know what I mean? That's why they don't even fucking do the fucking burpees no more like that. That's why it's like outlawed. And you know, a lot of the original settings, the original organizations and entities that use the things, you know, as far as the military and shit, they banned it after a while because it fucking fucks your back up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the reason why they use them in the joint is because, you know, getting ready for war. You feel me? It's part of the regiment. It's part of the workout program, right? Yeah, you seen that, Carlos? That motherfucker's, yeah, it's on hit. I got some shit coming, man. Somebody's looking out for me, and then I might do some business with Rich on some things too. Might check, but I got an intro being made right now too. Tim Henny in the house. IE, baby. What up, brother? I love your life, doggy. Ain't no lie about that, brother. Love your life. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, you you know, I'll explain the program, what we did. You know what I'm saying? What you know, and different people do different things, or different group segments and different people. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have your workout with your own. Say you got your own driving partner. You know what I'm saying? You and this individual, or maybe it's a group of you guys, 2 or 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? So what they do is, you know, if you got a group of 3 or 4, what you got to do is, sometimes you can get away with it, but in most joints you can't. 2 down at a time. So when 2 goes down, if you got 3 or 4 people, 2 go down, you know, to push that concrete, as one standing up and on track. And then when they come up, he goes down, you got 2 up, 1 down, and then it switches. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can call them driving partner, my workout partner. You know, you know, you could do all that different shit. You know, driving partner, my workout partner. You know, back when they had iron, you know what I'm saying? Used to say my driving partner. You know what I'm saying? My driving partner. We're gonna go. I remember one time, motherfucker was out there, and you know, I was young at the time, but I always kick it with older dudes, right? When I was growing up, I always kicked it with older dudes because my cousins, the ones I looked up to, you know, that schooled me, were older. You know what I'm saying? So right now, my primo Jimmy was alive. He's the one that was in the Blood and Blood Out movie. If he was alive, he was born in 1957, so he'd have been 65 right now. His brother Anthony, who I was closer with, I was more closer with, he was born in 58, so he would have been 64 right now. You know, they schooled me, so all their homeboys that were their age, and maybe 5 years younger than them and 5 years older than them, I knew a lot of them cats. So when I would run into these cats in the pen, I would, you know, here I am, 19, 20 years old, I would gravitate towards them. So I always would kick it with older dudes, right? So one time they're on the weight piles, man, and OGs are, you know what I'm saying? Well, they weren't that old at the time. We called them OGs, but they were probably like 15, 20 years older than me at that time, right? So here I am, 20, right? You know, they're like 40, 38, 40. So I'm over there, you know, I'm talking, you know, I'm probably talking a little too much. He was saying, hey, youngster, I didn't know this dude, but he said, hey, we don't do all that here. He goes, we puff, right? Cigarettes, and we buff. You feel me? We puff and buff. Fuck, and then they got their coffee, black ass coffee, fucking 100-degree weather, boy. They're over there chugging off the coffee. You know what I'm saying? And puffing and buffing, baby. You feel me? Because you know, people like if they never been to the pen and then they go to the pen, they see these dudes. Oh shit! They trip out on these big yoked ass motherfuckers. I always had size. I was always a big youngster. You know, even to this day, like I'll be even now, I'll be like, damn, dude's big, right? And I be thinking motherfuckers big, but then when you know, pictures when we end up taking pictures together or somebody else ends up talking, hell no, I'm bigger than them. I don't give a fuck how yoked they are. I'm bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I had size too, man. Motherfuckers used to trip on me too, man. I be 300 pounds. I'm over there hitting dips, boy, and I'm not cheating. I'm not fucking kicking my legs up. I'm going up, all the way down. You know what I'm saying? 300-pound motherfucker just bam, getting it. You know what I'm saying? 15, 20 in a set, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then when you hop off them bars, you know you're on the pump now. You know what I'm saying? So you should get about an inch. You know, at least an inch when you're on the pump. You know what I'm saying? You know, fresh when you just wake up on the, or as we say, on the hang, right? That means you're not you ain't pumped, you know, you ain't got no blood in the vein, you know, pumping yet. That's on the hang, you know what I'm saying? So I never got 20s, but I got close. I got about 19 3/4, you know what I'm saying? And I was a lot thinner at the time too. So I was like right now I'm 320, 330, some shit like that, right? But when I parole, and that picture right there, that I'm in that picture right there, the whole picture, I got the whole picture. You can see head to toe, you know, our feet. I got brand new J's on too, the ones, right? I gave it to the homie, the taller homie on the right. I gave him the shoes when I left. I only wore them like 5 times, right? I would wear them on football days, on the Raider game days. I'd put them on because I'd put all my gray shit on, and in my mind, I'm Raidered out. You know what I'm saying? And then after the game, I take them off. Boom, right? You know? But fucking I had to change it because I can't put that picture on the thumbnail with the whole thing. So I had to, you know, crop it and shit. And you know what I mean? But I'm like 275, 280. Usually when I get out the pen, I'm like 275, 280. The last you know, say from 2006 on to the last time I got out, like 275, 280, 270, 280. You know what I'm saying? But back then, when they had iron, what happened was I caught the iron for like 4 months, 6 months, and then they took them from us. I was about 240, 250, 240, 250. So, you know, and plus then I was working out too, so it was a lot more, you know, not so flabby. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You get older, you get flabby. You know what I'm saying? You get older when you put the weight on, I'm saying. And then your body's constantly going through shit. You know what I'm saying? It's constantly going through changes. You know what I'm saying? Because you come out here, you stop working out, you start working, you start running again, you start running amok, doing shit you shouldn't be doing. You know, and then too, you know, muscle got memories. Then you go back in and you know, it blows. You start blowing up. Joey Melrose, Buffalo Billy go rowdy outside. Who else we got here? TX Royal Flowers in the house. What the hell I got going on here, man? I see a long hair in my mustache. What the fuck is going on right here, man? Man, your boy's getting old. Look at that. Anyhow, so they got the iron, you know what I'm saying? So they took the iron, and then, you know, you got, like I said, you got muscle memory. So then when you come back in, you start eating, even though that shit's bullshit in the county jail. Then when you get to the fucking, even though I know it's a trip to me because county jail, they hardly feed you shit. How the hell these motherfuckers come in eating that bullshit and fucking blow up like that? I mean, I know how because I've been around it. You know, I've seen it a lot, but it's still like, it's mind boggling to me. Like, from that food. You know, I can understand you going to the store, you know what I mean? But just from that sorry ass little tray they give us, motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Big Lou, I got that message. I'll get back to you during the week. Oh, you think? You think, Buffalo Billy? Go rowdy outside? No. Yeah, okay, that's cool. But at least I know you got the message, because I didn't know when originally before you opened your shit back on, or you put it back on there, I went and searched, and all kinds of Buffalo Billies came up. So I didn't know, and I messaged a couple of them, and it wasn't you. And then you unlocked it, or I don't know what you did. You put it back out there, and then I seen you, and then I messaged you. But I got one avatar right here. Boom. I got one right there. I got a couple made. But yeah, I got some other things being worked on right now as I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? Big Lou, I got them in. Okay, I try and hit the thumbs up for Big Lou if I can't hang always. I try and hit the thumbs up for Big Lou if I can't hang always. You mean through the whole video? Yeah, it's all good. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you guys, you know, I understand. That's why I've been trying to cut the videos down, right? This one's a live. I haven't did a live since I had Harvey on last week. Unfortunately, keep Harvey in your guys' prayers. He's a little bit ill, but he got back to me this morning or today sometime, and I asked him about coming on today, but this was yesterday when I texted him, and then he didn't get back to me, and then I messaged him this morning, good morning, and then he messaged me, I think I want to say it was late morning or lunchtime. Good news today. I'm not gonna put my business out there about what it is, but I got good news today. Something that I thought I got screwed out of, I didn't, and it ended up working out. I was surprised, and I took care of it, and yeah. So shout out to that. But yeah, Harvey is a little bit under the weather, and I'm hoping to bring him on next Wednesday to finish the second part of our, I don't want to call it an interview, but our interaction. I want to now talk about after getting out, after doing the 30 years, you know, his transition back into society. And, you know, I never did nowhere near that much time, right? I got a total of 12 years done, but on the installment plans, right? That's why I put on the thumbnail, life on the installment plans. That's what we call it. You know, you do 3 years here, come out a year, go back in 4 years, come out 2 years, go back in 5 years, you know? So I was given 6 years. I did like 49 months, so I did about 4 years, right? And when I got out, I was nervous. I had at that point, I still haven't done that much in one stretch. But the prison terms that I had before that one was 16 months, one was 2 years. I mean, you're not even doing on the 16 months, you're doing 10 months, 20 days is the max they can hold you on that with no disciplinary actions. And then on 2 years, I think it's what is it? On 2 years, 16 months would be 2/3, right? So yeah, 16 months. That's what they can hold you if you get in no trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I never did, you know, four straight calendar years. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when I got out, as soon as I walked out the gates, my peoples was out there. I got in the car. Take me to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? We stopped at a restaurant to eat. Because they asked me what I wanted. See that nice Nova right there. See if I can get it on camera. You guys see that? See that Nova? So yeah, they said, "What you want to eat?" I said, "I'll take that fucking the original chicken sandwich and Burger King." So we go over there, and I gotta go to the bathroom. Went straight in the bathroom, man. I was nervous, and I remember too that you know, all the movement around me. I didn't like that because I had hit a couple war zones, man, where it was just straight. What we call it a full 60, right? You're on a full 60 with the oppositions. That means pretty much as soon as you see them, get off. That's what that means. A half 60 means be ready, be on your toes, watch your surroundings well, watch everything well, cross your T's and dot your I's. If you see any type of movement that poses a threat, then you got to get off. So that's a half 60 compared to a full 60, right? That's what we call it. That's gang intelligence right there. 101 for y'all today. But everybody don't call it that. That's just
with the group segment I ran with. I don't know. I don't think anybody else uses that term, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I had hit like, and then what happened to me, I had like the 6 month, the 6 year sentence. I did 49 months, 50 months, something like that, 51 months. It was something like that. It was just a little bit over 4 years. I had went to 2 joints where right off the bus, I go right to the hole because I supposedly I don't fit the fucking housing criteria, right? Not only me, everybody that was my homies that came with me or that drove up to that pin that day, right? And so on the papers, I kind of mentioned this. I think I mentioned this on one of the channels. I mean, yeah, if it wasn't this channel, then I said it on one of the other channels. But you get a paper when you go to AdSeg, right? AdSeg, for those that don't know, is short for administration segregation. Administration segregation. Okay, so they shorten it. AD seg. You know, ad and then a little thing seg. SEG. We don't call it that. We call it the oil, right? A lot of people will spell oil OYO. That's not the real spelling of it. That's the, I guess you can call that the slang spelling. The real spelling is OLLO, which is the hole, the oil, the hole. Administration segregation. The shoe is totally something different in California. But I keep hearing in the feds, when they talk about the feds, they don't really say the hole. They'll say either up top, or I'll hear them say up top, or went to the back, which we say that too, or check-ins is on the bad side of it. When you're locking it up, PCing up, or they usually always say the shoe, because I'll hear them sometimes say, like Robert Russell, I went to the shoe and he was in there 60 days, and I'm 60 days, what the hell, you know what I mean? So I don't know, Carlos, can you does that sound about right what I'm saying there when it comes to the feds on that? So they give you this paper, right? And it says, because when you go to the whole AdSeg straight from the bus, from the bus to R&R. Remember, guys, R&R stands for receiving and releasing. So when you get off the Gray Goose, we call it the bus that we get transported in California. We call it the Gray Goose. It ain't fucking gray. It's green, right? I mean, you got the metal parts on the bus, but the majority of it's green. So when you go from whatever joint reception center that you're coming from, or if you're coming from another main line, you're being transferred to that prison, then you got to go through R&R, and then when you get released, you got to go through R&R. And then even if you got to go to medical, say you get stabbed up and they got to take you to the hospital, ambulance will come through there and you got to go through there. When you get released, you got to go through there. So everybody has to go through there when you're coming into that prison, any prison in California, or leaving. It's called R&R, receiving and releasing. Okay, the feds is called something else, but it's the same concept. So from the bus, from whatever prison you came from the bus to R&R, to the hole, to AdSeg. They're not going to give you a property. You got to go to committee and then get cleared, and then you'll get your property. And it's not going to be all your property. It's just going to be whatever they permit you to have. So what happens is you're going to get a 114. It's called a CDC 114. Now it's called CDC R 114 because Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was governor, he changed the name from California Department of Corrections, CDC, to CDCR, which is California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. So now that form is called CDCR 114, okay? And we call it the lockup order. And that's your first paperwork. That's the first set of paperwork you got to get a partial clearance from your peoples when you drive up, right? So your 114 lockup order on there will say why you're placed in AdSeg, right? So one prison said I didn't fit, and it was not just me. It was like 12 of us, 10 of us, 14 of us, 8 of us. It was at least 8 of us. I don't remember exactly, because that day we stopped at 3 different pins, dropped guys off, picked guys up, and then eventually made it to Pleasant Valley. And it said on there straight up that the ones that came from the reception center, it said that our files, our C files, were looked into, and that we've been found guilty of gang activity, right? Therefore, we are being placed in administrative segregation for the safety of the institution and other inmates, right? And it said that we didn't fit the criteria because their mission at that prison was to house Fresno Bulldogs and Northern Latinos that were not active. So guess what, folks? We didn't fit the criteria, right? So they come with this paper. Like I said, there's like 10 of us in there, 12 of us. It was like, yeah, it was 8 to 12, maybe not 14. I think that's a little bit too many. It was like 8 to 12 of us. And for some reason, I remember going up there and grabbing a paper from them because they were going to call each one of us one by one and have us sign those. But we're not signing those because you guys said that on that paper. You guys printed those things up, those 114 lockup orders. You guys printed them up, and you guys are saying what says on there. We're not signing it because once you sign it, that means you're admitting to that. Oh, yeah, but yeah, I don't fit the criteria there. Yeah. Put me in a hole. No, that's not how it works. You're supposed to go out there, and if that's the case, then you go out there and get your money, right? So I remember one cat they called. I don't think it was me because my last name is not the beginning of the alphabet, man. My last name is more towards the back, right? More towards the V's way back there, right? So I go up there. I mean, I think the dude got the paper and then he gave it to me, and so I read it out loud to the fellas that were there. And right away, I mean, as soon as I said, as soon as I got into the first couple sentences, like the first sentence and a half, the homies were like, "Oh no," which I know that already. But there was a couple first termers that they don't know better. You have to still, it's your due diligence to school them. You know what I'm saying? I was already well schooled already. I'm not saying I knew every damn thing, but I was pretty damn good already. You know what I'm saying? I was good already before I even hit the pen because I had those older cousins that were 20 plus years older than me. And they were my mom's first cousins, right? They're my mom's first cousin. Their mother and my grandmother were sisters, right? So, but we don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Latino people don't go around saying, "Hey, this is Anthony. This is my third cousin. This is Jimmy. This is my ninth cousin." I mean, ninth cousin, that's fucking far and in between. But we got cousins, though, believe it or not, that are like fourth cousins, but that grew up close. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And they say pretty much after the second cousin, the blood is thin, right? I don't know if you guys heard that or what. What state is Big Louis from? Who's Big Louis? What state is Big Louis from? Dragon Reborn 82. What up, man? The term we use is keep six. Keep six. Hit that like button. Just chilling. East Los in the house. Buffalo Billy, who are you talking? Who's Big Louis? What state is Big Louis from? Big Louis. Big Louis. I don't know what that is, man. So, anyways, yeah. So we don't sign those things, right? And man, I mean, and they already did our fingerprints. They already did They already took our pictures. They booked us in already. You know what I'm saying? In their system. I want to say within about an hour, we were put on a golf cart, right? With the extended back. And we were driven to the little building. And these were brand new buildings. All the prisons, the newer prisons, all had built these new buildings called what they call them? Jeez. ASU, which stands for AdSeg unit, pretty much, right? And they were designed a way where the hallway goes down and then it kind of goes through, so that way you can't even see off the wall. It's a trip with the glare and the glance. You can't even see off the wall. It's a trip, and it went like this. It went A, B, C, D. Yeah, A, B, C, D, and they had about, let me see. Now, let me get to my section. My section was the very last one, H. So, yeah, it was A, B, C, D, E, F, H. No, so that couldn't be right then. So it must have been A, B, C, D, E, F. No, how'd that go? Let me see, because I was in H section, so it must have went. I could have swore I was the last section. So let me see. A, B, C, D, E, F, E F H G. No, I think that no. I think that's exactly how it went. I think one side had 4 and the other side had 3. Yeah, because I was in the last one. I was in H section, sell 195, and it went up to 199. And I think to the side, let me see, the homie Vinny was next to it, and Frank Nitty from Hayward. And then there was like 1 or 2 more sales that way. So 195, 194, 193, 192. Yeah, I think there was 7 sales per hallway. Sorry, I meant to spell Big Lou. I meant Big Lou, spell check. What state am I from? From California, man. I'm from the motherfucking California. You know what I'm saying? Northern Cali. No, please don't say, oh, you're you know, for some reason, I don't know why, but there's more to California than just LA. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, we're the biggest state, you know, not to mention that California is the 4th biggest economy in the world. California is 1. I mean, excuse me, United States is 1, and then I believe it's India and China, not in that order, and then California. So anyways, so that happened to me at that pin. And then another pin in that same term, I get off the bus and boop again, right to the hole, you know? And I only had like 4 months to go. And I even, because I didn't fit the housing criteria again at that place, my out date changed by, because if you're doing halftime, that means you're doing 15 days out of 30 days. And when you do for non-disciplinary reasons, you change the D1 status. So that means 2/3 you're doing, and then if you go D2, you're doing 75% of your time. So I was D1, so that means I changed from halftime to 2/3, so 50% to 66%, and that changes by what is it, 3 days? No, 5 days. 5 days a month. So instead of if you're doing halftime, that means you're doing 15 days per month. Now you're changing to 2/3 time, so it goes 20 days per month. So it changed by 5 days per month. So I have 4 months left. My out date changed by 20 days. So I ended up going home September, instead of it being August 26th, I ended up going like September 16th, I think it was. I got family in San Fran and Chico. Okay. So Chico is Butte County and San Francisco County. Claudio Perry, long time no see, our musical genius. Few graffiti heads from MSK and TKO came over here a few years back when they were from Cali. Not sure what part. Shit, I don't know. MSK and TKO. I don't know. But you know, I just, I seen you, Claudio, over there that day when I popped in the chat over there. I was calling them 2 individuals out because I didn't appreciate the fact, not even about me appreciating it. I don't dig about being lied about. You know what I'm saying? So I went over there and I wasn't trying to talk to that guy from the Midwest. I went there to confront them guys because they were saying that they knew 100% that I gave information. I don't get down like that. And I think that by now, people should know what my character is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me that people talk shit and go at me. That's fine, but don't lie about me. Don't say that I did this when it's a damn lie. You know, and I seen you asking them to drop the link for me. I seen you and a couple other people. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, right? And I'm not gonna entertain all that bullshit. Because I got bigger and better things to do. You feel me? It is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is. I ain't got time for it, and I'm gonna keep it moving. You feel me? And so, like I said, so then this time I go to that joint, and my time changes by I think, yeah, I was supposed to go home like the 20. Oh no, it was the 29th of August. I was supposed to go home. 28th or 29th, yeah, because I remember because this my neighbor was a black dude. He was going one day before me, and I believe his was the 27th. So I was supposed to go home on the 28th, And because I go to the hole, like I said, it changed 5 days per month. So I had exactly 4 months left when I got there. I got there in what was that? I got there in the week before Cinco de Mayo of 2009. So 30 days, I mean 4 months exactly, that would put me August 28th, August 29th. So then I ended up going home September 16th, I think it was. Yeah. So after doing those 49 months, 50 months, 51 months, it was between 49 and 51 months. I remember that. It was a culture shock to me, yeah, a little bit. It was a little culture shock to me. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, that freaking sun. Let me go on the other side. It was a culture shock to me. You know, like I said, I was nervous a little bit. I didn't like people getting close. I didn't like people close to me. You know, I tripped out on that a lot. You know, it is what it was, right? You know, so I just remember being real nervous when we came out, when I finally walked out the thing, because it was a trip too, because this pin is the old pin. So the older pins, after you dress out and put your clothes on, you're walking. The inmates are going this way back to the housing unit from Chow. You're going against them, right? And I'm in all of my dress outs. You know, I brand new. I had all brand new shit. And it wasn't like I bought brand new shit or my people brought brand new shit for me. I had brand new shit. I had a lot of clothes that were brand new because I was doing things at one point, you know, and I still had a lot of clothes hanging up, you know. So I had brand new. Matter of fact, the shoes I had on were Raider shoes. They were lugs back then, and they were white. They were the lugs. They had the Raider emblem on there. I had a brand new. I don't remember what kind of T-shirt it was, but then I had a button-up shirt on it. But then what happened was I blew up. You know what I'm saying? I blew up. I was down 40-something months. A lot of that muscle memory came back, you know, because when I went in, I was running amok out there, and I was I'm not gonna lie, I was a little sucked up. My shoulders got a little narrower, you know. So the shit was tight on me, you know. I'm not even gonna lie. So when I got out to the car, luckily my folks had a couple jerseys in there, and I took that shit off and I put one of the jerseys on, and it fit nice. You know what I'm saying? I was comfortable. Same reason why, you know, like this last time my oldest brother picked me up, and he had a lot of stuff in the car for me. He had bought me over the couple of years. He had bought me a bunch of T-shirts. He had me a few different hats. He bought me some shorts. He got me some like basketball shorts, cargo type shorts, and then also jean shorts. And the T-shirts, he had double X for me, and I'm like, nah, bro, I can't wear that shit. And he's like, man, you got to change with the times. You know, the times. You know, everybody's wearing their shit small now. I can't do it because, first of all, my fucking back's wide, right? I got a wide ass back. I put the fucking shit on, and my shoulders are wide. You know what I'm saying? So I put it on, and it's like it feels like it's freaking choking me. You know what I mean? Real shit. IP Perez, what's going on, baby? It's Drito 5K in the house. Lou and Tommy Stiggs are the two guys in here that have never engaged in the shenanigans. Nah, yeah, I ain't got time for that shit, man. I got enough shit going on in my own life, you know. I ain't got time for that shit, man. Fucking get all bent out of shape and want to fucking kill somebody and shit, and for what? What are you gonna do? Blood pressure gonna go to the roof, fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy, you know. Have a good show, Big Lou. I will check out watching the rest of the show mañana. All right, Claudio, I appreciate you stopping by, man. It'd be nice to see you more often. I missed your presence, man. You're you know, always in every video. So I hope you're okay. I hope everything's all right with you, man. But I dropped a couple videos earlier. No, I dropped one video earlier. A little story when the police came and stole some money out of my drawer. You guys got to go check that out. I'm not going to tell it now. But I got a couple little stories I'm going to tell. Let's see. Salute and blessings to everyone in the chat. Big Lou, much respects always. Yes, sir, IP Perez. I talk fam. Igualmente, right back at you, brother. Boomerang, homie. Claudio, salute. Hit that thumbs up, like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification, support what it do, Big Lou, NFZR2, baby, baby. But yeah, hey, IP, that's what I was trying to tell you yesterday. I don't like, I feel like I'm being disrespectful in a way because you're always supporting me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you big time, homie. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? That Bordy love, baby. You know what I'm saying? That Boricua love. But it's confusing for people because I was talking to Nelson today and I had said something to him about confusion. And he's like, no, it's not confusion. And then I had to go, no, let me explain what I mean. Because for the longest, and I heard this again yesterday on another channel, they keep calling the channel No Fly Zone, Big Lou No Fly Zone Ricans, which that's a totally another channel, right? Which I'm part of the team. But at the end of the day, it's Nelson's channel. Nelson's the captain. He's the quarterback. He runs that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like old boy in the Snoop Dogg video. It's a doggy dog world. Remember when dude gets on the stage and he goes, "My name Tada. I own this motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? Well, Nelson owns that motherfucker. You feel me? And and so that's his shit. But a couple times we had brought people on there and they were just not from something I told them, or anybody else told them. They just had shit fucked up. And they're like, Big Lou, No Fly Zone, and then no. It's called No Fly Zone. Originally, the channel was No Fly Zone, just No Fly Zone. But we ended up throwing on Ricans on there. Just probably was done temporarily originally, but it stuck. It's stuck, right? Because when you punch in No Fly Zone, all these rap videos and all these different segments of TV shows that had that name in it all pop up. So the Ricans separated us from everything else, right? And so that's how that came about. And then when I used to comment with my, my avatar, I used to comment with Big Lou No Fly Zone. So then when I started the second No Fly Zone 2 channel, which is this one, What It Do with Big Lou, NFZR2, which stands for No Fly Zone Ricans 2, it got confusing. People were confused, right? Because like I said, I'm commenting with Big Lou No Fly Zone. So I ended up changing my name on that. And then so like when you drop the link and then other people drop the link, it says Big Lou No Fly Zone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to get a new avatar, because the other avatar, I had two avatars. Chapo Joe made me one. That said No Fly Zone, and it was a skull with the Puerto Rican flag. And then the homie, what's his name? Sin City Vanquish. He made me another one. And then Chapo from iTalk, he made me another one that said What It Do on it, but it wouldn't fit in here. So when I would do it like this on the StreamYard, it would show like it is now, but it wouldn't show on the YouTube. It would just show a white circle. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if this one works on the YouTube. Can you guys see the avatar? Let me see. YouTube's behind. I got the other phone going with the YouTube. It ain't showed it yet. Give me a 1 in the chat if you see the avatar, and a 2 if you don't. Let's see. I couldn't find No Fly Zone for a long time. Yeah, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. But give me a 1 in the chat. Okay, I see it. Drito 1. Okay, you can see the avatar. Okay, cool. Cause see it fit. The homie hooked me up on this one. So before I go any further too. Yeah, it has my face, cartoon, like cartoon type shit, whatever you want to call it. Before I go any further too, I want to give shouts out to iTalk, obviously. If they only knew, right? My Boricua brothers, right? Latin Pain. Doing Time with Big Weavy. Stay Awake TV, Sticks. Vegas Prison Stories, Rick. Frank's Vibes, formerly known as Frank's Positive Vibes. Frank, he's helping me out big time. Big shout out to him. New Age Plug, Ronnie Blue Eyes, La Puffy Gin. Who else we got? Starts getting hard after you start forgetting the Dope Sick Show. Harvey at Harvey Talks Prison. Adam at Aussie Prison Talks or Aussie Talks Prison. I don't know. He changes his name like he changes his draws. You feel me? Who else? Oh man, who the heck? Oh, Thin Deuce and Vito the Pitbull. BK Skip driving New York with Skip. And I think that pretty much rounds it off. If I forgot anybody, I apologize. It wasn't done purposely. Oh, Yard Recall with Buzz. And oh, Sandman, shouts out to Sandman and Boxer from Paradigm Media News. Sandman helped me out with finally figuring out how to do the thumbnails on the pre-records. You know, I'm starting to stick and move now. I'm starting to get, get this little tech shit down. Yeah, okay. Let you tell it, huh? But see who else? Oh, Yard, big off the Yard with Lance. And Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. Jay Williams got a huge platform, 300,000 people. He got 300,000, 299,000. Also, shout out to Chad Marks, Blood on the Razor Wire. He's really making a difference with people, man. Helping people get out of prison, getting time knocked off their sentence. Also, man, this man did some huge shit the other day, man. So he was given 40 years in federal prison. He ended up doing just shy of 18 years. The other day, he runs into the guy that originally told on him, wore a wire on him, and initially got the ball rolling on in the investigation on him. Initially, it was a state case. This dude wore a wire for the Rochester PD undercovers, and then the feds ended up picking it up. And because he got caught with a second gun, it was 10. How'd it go? It was 10. Damn. He ended up getting 40 years. First gun, I think he said is 5 years. The second gun is automatic 40 years, something like that. Or the second gun, your mandatory minimum is 40 years. That's what it was. Because originally his mandatory minimum was 10 up to life. And then when he got caught with the second gun, I believe it went 40 mandatory minimum to life. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up getting out thanks to Donald Trump putting in effect the second act chance. Chad also was the first one to he wrote the first articles. I think that's how he put it. The first articles to the Second Chance Act. And he also won the first case in court. Not his case, but somebody else's case, because he's a jailhouse lawyer, a legal beagle. Feel me? And I'm not talking about it has nothing to do with the place that Jack Tripper and them used to go kick it at, right? With Larry and Jack Tripper. It ain't got nothing to do with that place. Not that kind of legal beagle. That place was just called the Beagle, I think, right? Any old school people here know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Rasa Food tapped in. Welcome, man. Appreciate you stopping in. So where we at? So yeah, all them cats, all those names, all those channels. I fuck with all them channels. I went into my subscription and I unsubbed to a lot of channels. The Regal Beagle. There you go. The Regal Beagle. Yeah. Yep. That's my shit too. Jack Tripper. I used to watch that shit when I was little, man. Mr. Furley and fucking the other one. What's the other one's name? Mr. Furley and the husband and wife. Damn, I can't think of their name. Anyways, so yeah, that second joint is the one that I end up, getting the extra 20 days because the housing, I didn't fit the housing, the mission, right? And so I ended up paroling finally in 2009 in September. And then from September 2009, I did a couple little county jail things. And then I went back to the pen in October of 2012. And let me give you a day in the life on the main line, because the last time I came on, what to expect on the day, you know, in reception center. So now you know moved on from reception center. Now you're on the main line. Oh, wowzers, Captain Mauser, yowza, ooh wee, silky now, boy. So here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Hey, yo, Bono this, Bono's that, but Bono Jack, because Bo can't rap. And I just got me a Bo Jackson jersey the other day, a white one. You know what I mean? So I ended up hitting the other day. I don't know if you guys seen, but the shorts I dropped, I just got all those hats. I just picked them up because they were shipped to my dad's. I picked them up. I had what 5 A's hats, a Warrior hat, and a Raider hat, and then I hit my Draymond Green jersey, my Bo Jackson jersey, my Reggie Jackson jersey, and my Kenny Stabler jersey, all in the same day. And then I got 2 pairs of British Nikes. Let me show you guys those. Hold on. I'm taking shoes back to the old school. I'm not gonna wear. I'm gonna try to keep everything with leather, right? Because nowadays it's just so freaking hard to keep fucking shoes. You know, you have to literally take them off, take the shoelaces and scrub the shit out of them to get between the mesh and all that. So I got these British Nikes. You guys remember British Nikes? Boom. I got these white ones, right? They're just plain, but they're just straight white ones, right? The leather, man, they're just easy to wipe, right? Steve Tortola tapping in from Canada. So I got that pair. All right, this pair is the same thing. It's just different color. I'll show you guys right now. And these ones are just the black ones, right? British Nikes, old school, right? I got me a couple pairs of Air Force Ones that I just copped. I got 1 pair on that I've worn 2 days in a row now. And then I have the white and gray pair. And so I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm not gonna fuck with Jordans no more. I do like the 4s and the 5s. Those are my favorite ones. I will wear the ones because the ones are like Air Force Ones in a sense. They're, you know, they're leather, easy to wipe, right? So I'm gonna be fucking with just Air Force Ones. And if I do wear Jordans, which I do have those, I have like 2 or 3 pairs of ones. I got 2 pairs of 4s. I got the black ones with the little red, you know, the original ones that came out, and then I got the black cats. Excuse me. And then I got Jordan's 5s. Jordan 5 was my very first pair of Jordans when I was a kid in 6th grade. Not because I can afford it. It was because a friend of mine got 2 pairs, the same pair for Christmas. He was a wealthy kid. They lived in their aunt's house, but the aunt was never there. They were from Oakland. The father owned a computer shop over there on Broadway. Oh man, what was that? Broadway? Not Broadway. I forgot what street it was on. And he got 2 pairs. He gave me a pair. Bless me, bro. That was my first pair of Jordans ever, 6th grade. I didn't get me another pair until I was a grown up, right? And then I had a thing with shoes where I didn't really like to spend more than $80 on a pair of shoes. I felt that it wasn't necessary to spend no, you know, because keep in mind, when I was a kid, Jordans were a bill 20. That's what they cost back then. Now, you know, they're, you know, if they're the retro pairs and they're just coming out, I don't think they're cheaper than like bill 60, bill 80, maybe 250, you know, because I see different prices. So I'm going to stick with like those British Nike shoes I just showed you. They're leather. I'm going to stick with leather shit. Plus, I come to find out that Michael Jordan, and now I kind of heard this might be Michael B. Jordan, has money tied up in private prisons. Anybody here in the chat know anything about that? Let me know. Is it Michael Jordan, MJ, Air Jordan that's involved with that? Or is it Michael B. Jordan, the fucking actor from Creed, that played Oscar Grant? Because if it's Michael Jordan, MJ, the basketball player, I don't feel that. I don't feel that. I will not support him by buying his shoes, right? So I'm trying to keep it old school, 80s shoes, 80s Nikes, 80s Adidas, 80s British Nikes. I've seen some Troops. I've seen some Pumas lately out there. I also seen Reebok Classics. I dig those too. but I like the suede ones as well. But the only thing is the suede ones, because the way my foot shape and my weight when I walk, they end up going like that. Same thing with the Cortezes. Any of you guys know from the neighborhoods that wear Cortezes and Reebok Classics, especially when you're kind of heavy or whatever, how your feet go to the side and the shoes end up getting all fucked up, right? So I'm gonna, like I said, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be buying these shoes with all the mesh and all that. I mean, you can still get them clean, but you got to literally take out the shoelaces and then, you know, wet them up and then scrub them with the toothbrush. I mean, it'll come out clean, but I'd rather just wipe them. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's just I got a pair of Feelers too that are like old school looking from the 80s. You know what I mean? But I have to clean them. I wore them one day and I fucking was carrying some coffee. It was either coffee or soda, and it ended up spilling all on the shoelaces. And I'm like, oh man, you know what I mean? I got to figure out how to put the. Does anybody know when you with this right here when it says banners? If you hit the banner right there, you can put your Cash App in there, or a message, right? Is that how that works? Who just came in right now? Oh yeah, Famero, what's up, homie? Saludos. Yeah, I need to figure out that out because shouts out to Anthony Magnolo. You know who you are. He shot my first Cash App. We got Cash Apps on No Fly Zone, but I never got one on here, and he shot me one. And I bought a cup of coffee and some little cream puff croissants one day. So I appreciate that, man. What was I gonna say? Let me see. I don't know how that works. This is an example of a banner. Click on a banner to show it on screen. Use banners to summarize your talking points and display calls to action. Create a banner, right? Create a banner. Yeah, there you go. I think that's how you do it. Let's try. See if that works. I guess not. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Did it come out? No, said one comment. Okay, what did it say? Black Tims too. Yeah, I was looking at some Timberlands too. Adidas, Superstars of the Air Max 95s. Can't go wrong. Yeah, that's the Ken Griffey's, huh? Yeah, they're pretty expensive too. But yeah, I was looking at some Tims. My wife did work for Reebok back in the 80s. Grabbed me 3 pairs of pumps for car. Oh yeah, that's not bad too. Pumps, Reebok pumps. I remember Dominique was the guy for those, right? Let's see. How do I do this? Okay, it says create a banner. Okay, I did it. It's supposed to go down on the ticker. Oh, there it goes. Bam! Right? That's a little Cash App on the ticker. Oh, yeah, look at Big Lou's. Boy, I'm getting jiggy with it on this tech, players. You know what I'm saying? You got, boy, watch out now. Shit. Yeah, $, Big Lou, BIGGLOUPR. PR stands for what? A Puerto Rico. Oh, a Puerto Rico. A Puerto Rico. Nah, I'm playing. I'm feeling myself. You know, I ain't been on the live in over a week. Last Thursday, I just wasn't feeling it, man, all week. I just, you know what I'm saying? Just wasn't feeling it. I made some pre-recorded videos and I did some shorts, but I just wasn't feeling it. And then too, with the shorts, I dropped some shorts and I had a bunch of them saved up that I didn't post. So, like the food, I had the pizza. I had that for like 3 days, 4 days, and then I dropped it. And then I had the Salvadorian food, which I never ate before. That was the first time. And then what was the other one? Oh, the Denny's lumberjack plate or the lumberjack meal. And then I did another one after I whipped it all up and chopped up the sausages and the ham. And then I mixed the hash browns and the sunny side up egg with the yolk. I mixed it all up. You know what I'm saying? It's just something you do when you go. I can't explain it. You know, all I can say is all about the mix. When you do time, you go to the pen. You mix everything, bro. You know, beans and rice and lettuce and you know what I'm saying. Then you throw a noodle or two, depending on who you're eating with. You throw a noodle or two in there, and that helps it blow up even more. And then, like if you're like say in the county jail and you barely got a noodle or two noodles a piece, you know, I mean not a piece, but all together, one for you, one for your celly. You know, I remember we used to save our cookies from lunch. It'd just be the two little bitty ass duplex cookies, right? Which ain't gonna do shit for you. I mean, if you got a sweet tooth, yeah, it might get you, you know, a little whatever. But I used to fucking what I used to do was there was a homie named Sykes. Shout out to Sykes from Stockton, and I used to give him my cookies for his beans, right? And then my celly, I would have him give his cookies up, find somebody else that don't eat the beans, and then we throw the beans in with our two noodles. We'd have little chips we save up, and we would ration them, right? You have to. Shit's so expensive in the county jail, and only one celly's going to the store, you know? So we would save our bread from lunch, right? And then we'd at the end, after the thing would blow up and cook with the noodles and the beans in there, we'd throw the chips in there, and then we'd break up our bread and you throw that in there, and that would blow it up more, right? And then we'd have in the lunch, you would get a mustard packet, and you'd get it would say salad dressing, but it was like mayonnaise. And then we throw that shit on there, and hey, you know what? I'm not talking shit about it. It fucking, you know, it fed us. You know what I'm saying? It fucking fed us. And yeah, we were still hungry, but it fed us. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember throw some pickle juice, hot mamas, fat spread. Big Lou, the print is very small on your Cash App. The print? What do you mean, on the ticker? Joey Melrose, Big Lou, the print is very small on your Cash App. You talking about the one right here on the ticker going by? Because it's all lowercase letters. I don't know if that's what you mean. I'll put it right here in the thing too, in the comments. Talk. Just chilling. Salute. Talk. To increase the size of Cash App, press Control and F4. Yeah, but I'm on the phone. I'm not on the laptop. I got a brand new fucking laptop that I bought from the store with a fucking $100. I don't know what it was for the insurance on it. I paid like $400 for the computer, I think. No, three something, and then another $100 for the insurance that I still haven't even locked in on it because I haven't used it. I haven't even used it. That's the Cash App right there. Money sign big with 2 G's. BIGGLOU, Lou, and PR. LOL, don't ever press that. Oh, you're fucking with me, huh? Buffalo Billy go rowdy outside. Rowdy outside. But so yeah, check this out. So that was in San Joaquin County Jail, right? So like I said, it was just me and him. You know what happened one time, bro? We had the chip bags. We would save the chip bags, right? Because we use that for containers, right? You know, put your breads in there, fold it, you know, whatever. Well, one time we're holding the bag like that, and the fucking bottom fell out of it, and our fucking food went on the floor. I shit you not, man. We fucking scooped that shit up and ate it. You know what I mean? But we used to clean the floor like 5 times a day. You know, it is what it is, bro. You're hungry, man. You know, it is what it is. Big Lou, that's the troll that shut your live down. Who's the troll that shut my live down? Life in prison, West Virginia. Welcome. Send mines to you and the fam. Hope everything is well. You know what I'm saying? Wishing everybody you know, a warm and cozy and family orientated holiday season coming up soon. Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? Wish the best to everybody. Buffalo Billy, now you got me thinking. He said, Big Lou, that's the troll that shut your live down. Who shut? Nobody shut my live down. What do you mean? Elaborate. Elaborate. So yeah, so that bottom fell out that chip bag, man, and me and my celly were like, oh, but we scooped that shit up and we ate it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, we didn't get every piece of the new. We didn't do that, but majority of it we scooped it up. Big Lou, my uncle did a blank for Cohen. He let him join the service instead of going to prison. You can look it up. Type in Charles Allen Mickey Cohen. Yeah, Mickey Cohen was a fool. L.A. He was from. Matter of fact, he's from East LA, where all the gangs, like the main big gangs back in the day from East LA, that's where he's from, Mickey Cohen. Those neighborhoods were Jewish neighborhoods, and before it was Mexican neighborhoods. Boyle Heights is called. If someone tells you to press circle and F4, don't do it. Yeah. Oh, you're saying future reference. If somebody was to say that, that's the troll trying to fuck up your shit. Okay, I got you. You 2F keys. Big Lou, you look familiar. You from the Bay Area? It's going down in the Bay, man. In the Bay, man. In the Bay? Like, you mean like, are you talking about like Oakland, Hayward, Dakota, Fremont, East Bay, San Francisco, West Bay, Vallejo, North Bay, and San Jose, South Bay? That kind of Bay? No, I'm fucking with you. Yeah. So I'm born in the Bay. So I tell people I'm Bay born and Valley raised, but I bounced back and forth. My pop still lived in the Bay up until I was like, what was I, about 10 years old when he came back out to the Valley. And then I have a lot of cousins that are from the Bay Area. I got cousins from Dakota, from Hayward, from Oakland. I have a couple cousins from Fremont. I got a couple cousins from Newark. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, you're from Hayward. I got family all over the Bay, Oakland, Hayward. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I know some of your family, and you probably know some of my family. So Oakland, I got cousins from 38 Lokes, from my mother's side and my father's side. I got cousins from 98, but these cousins are from back in the day, 98, not now. This Border Brothers now, you know what I'm saying? These, I got cousins from A Street. I got cousins from South Hayward. I got cousins from Dakota, a lot of cousins from Dakota. Puerto Rican, bro. Anybody, we're pretty much related to everybody in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? If it's not blood, it's marriage. You know what I'm saying? I got well-known family. Narvaez's and from Dakota. One of the sons is from Newark. Newark. I got Galarza from Dakota, Galarza from Fremont. Silvas, Oakland, Borelli's, Bubba Loke from 38. And speaking of Bubba Loke, I gotta send him some money. I ain't sent him no money in a minute. He's doing 31 years. He's been down like 16, 17. So he's got just a little bit over half. I got cousins from South Hayward, Nieves. How old are you? U2F keys? A Street and Ramos. Yeah, I got cousins from A Street that like one of them just passed away recently, but one would be like 80 and the other one would be like 76. Santiago's, they both passed away. Big Lou, were you a gang member, or can you say a gang member? What gang you from, homie? Where you from? Look, I'm not from a street gang, right? I wasn't a street gang member, not per se. Like, I didn't get jumped in a street gang, but, and that's a big but. And what happened was, I kicked it with the homies growing up on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Where a lot of them were like, oh, you're from here. You know, like I said, I never got jumped in. I grew up on the west side of town, but the west side and the south side of town are really like connected, you know what I'm saying? Where you'll have families they got people from both sides. You got some families where you have one brother from this side and the other brother from that side. And that's just how it was. I grew up playing football, you know, usually I'd be on the south side team, and then we'd play the west side, and then sometimes I was on the west side team playing the south side. But when you go to the joint, when you end up going to the prison, the pen, that's not, put it this way, between when you're from Southern California, when you're a Southern Latino, it's kind of looked down on if you're not a gang member. If you're not from a neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So you could be a gang member but not be from a gang. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So basically, it was this: when you're not from a gang, an actual gang, and then you come into the system as being from Southern California, they look down on it, and they call you a resident. Okay, being from Northern California now, if you're not from a gang on the street, you still come inside the prison, and you're still embraced, and you're still taken up under the wing. You don't necessarily have to be from a gang. You know what I mean? It is what it is, you know. And I think it's better that way, because when you label this guy, oh, he's a resident, you know, you're already like looking down on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm 19 and a half. That's all. 19 and a half. That's it. So you 2F keys, you're 40s, huh? Damn, you're way older than me, dude. I'm only 29, brother. Shit, maybe I don't know your peoples. I'm too young then. Nah, I'm playing. Come on now. Boy, all that gray, man. I'm way OG, man. You know what I mean? I'm 44 years old, man. But like I was saying earlier, you wasn't in yet. I was schooled by my cousins from Dakota that were in their 60s. They're past now, but one would be 65, one would be 64. The Narvezes. I don't know if you heard of them. Oh shit, we got Richard Dowling tapping in from Ireland. What's going on, baby, baby? That's what's up. Buffalo Billy, aren't you from Ireland too? Or are you from England? Man, there's so many cats from over the pond, man. I started getting confused. I know Roscoe's Scotland. I know Grant, Scotland. Richard Dowling and Sean Welland are Ireland. I think Oliver Sutton's from Ireland, or from Scotland. I think Dale Strain's from Ireland. Yes, I start getting confused sometimes. Yeah, I can't hide my gray. Yeah, I know, brother. That's why I end up, look at my fade. That right now, like from there, you really can't see, but I started going higher on my fades because all this shit's all gray, man. More on that side. But you know what? I started thinking about it like, fuck it, man. At least I got my hair, though. Shit. Mid-40s, I still got all my hair. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit. You know what I mean? It could be a lot worse. You know? I could be bald here and bald back there. You know, some of these cats, boy, they try to hang on to all the hair they got, man. You know what I mean? Well, just look. You see that? You see that? U2F? Banging. Warriors on that one, right? And I don't even want to show this one, bro. I'm so fucking embarrassed with these fucking jackasses, man. I'm so fucking... Bro, that's why I don't know if you guys heard it, but I had all these jerseys that were at my dad's that I ordered that came in. Not the Draymond jersey, but the fucking Bo Jackson, the fucking Kenny Stabler. And I had 2 Raider hats. And then at home, I got the Dwight, I got Darren Waller. I got 2 Jacob jerseys, a black one and a gray one, a Nike. I got a white Derek Carr. I got a black Crosby. I already said Darren Waller, right? I got a throwback Marcus Allen. I got a fucking a Richard. I don't know. He's not there no more, I don't think. And Joey Porter from back in the Super Bowl team, the last Super Bowl we lost. You know what I mean? And I ain't got no desire to wear any of them, bro. Not even to put a fucking t-shirt on. Not even to wear my starter Raider jacket. To even put a hat on, bro. I'm so fucking fed up with these fucking clowns, man. You know, people that don't know, they don't know, bro. I tell people, bro, it's not just oh, I'm a Raider fan. I don't even know. Fuck no, I ain't no Raider fan. I'm a fucking Raider, bro. We from Oakland. My parents are from Oakland, bro. When they came out in 1960, we was fucking straight town business, silver and black on ours. You know what I'm saying? And the fucking see this bullshit happen over and over again, bro. We supposed to have the fucking the most deadliest trio in football. Renfro, fucking Dwight, Darren Waller, and fucking Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams so far has been the only one doing anything because the other two can't stay healthy just after they got fucking contract extensions. You know, one got $32 million contract extension, the other one got a $51 million contract extension, and they can't even fucking suit up and play. You know, fucking sucks. And then, you know, then you got fucking Derek Carr fucking crying up there, and you know what? And I ain't gonna lie too. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to step away from him. But then it's like, think about it, peoples. He's been there 9 years. He's had 6 fucking head coaches, not to mention all the offensive coordinators he had. How does he supposed to learn a fucking system? And then look, and he's still putting up last year 4,800 yards, 4,900 yards passing. You know, matter of fact, for some reason I looked up his stats yesterday. He's passed for more than 4,000 yards like 4 or 5 seasons. You know, and he's still got a good passing rate and all that. You know, and he's got a fucking, I mean, that just shows how smart of a player he is and how quick he picks up. But still, man, you know, I counted yesterday 6 fucking coaches he's had since 2014. Okay, he had fucking the guy now, McDaniels. He had Dennis Allen. He had fucking Del Rio, John Gruden, Rich, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, the offensive coordinator or the special teams coach that took over last year. And then another guy right after Dennis Allen, 2014. I can't remember his name right now. That's 6 coaches. And then offensive coordinators, he's had fucking Greg Olson, fucking Gruden, fucking it's just, you know, it just sucks, man. It sucks because the Raiders are part of the Bay Area. They're part of the Bay Area culture, the fucking winning, you know, the winning fucking heritage of the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Warriors came from Philly and the fucking A's came from Philly to Kansas City, then here, you know, and the fucking and the Giants came from New York, you know what I mean? And fucking, you know, but the A's and the fucking, I mean, excuse me, the Niners and the Raiders are California teams. They started here in the Bay Area. You know, Raiders got 3 Super Bowls they won, right? They went to 5. They have an AFL title they won. The Niners got 5 Super Bowls. They've been there 7 times, right? Fucking Warriors got, what the Warriors got now? 8 titles, 7 titles. They're only behind, the Warriors are only behind the Lakers and the Celtics for the most NBA titles, right? Then the Giants, they got like, you know, they won 2010, 2012, 2014, right? And then they won fucking, they won in 89. And then they got one, they won in 03, 2003. Then they got one from the 58, I think 58, 1960, 1958, you know? And then the A's got 3 in the 70s. They got fucking 1989. They went to 88. They went to 90. They lost those ones though, but they won the 3 in a row in the 70s. And then they have some with, I don't know if they go Philly or how many in Philly. I can't remember right now offhand. But I did a video on that too, man, you know? And it's just like, fuck, it doesn't matter it just doesn't matter who the head coach is, who the offensive coordinator is, who the fucking general manager is. You know, it doesn't matter who the offensive line is. You know, the secondary, they're always getting burnt. You know what I'm saying? They give up big, huge fucking plays, the fucking corners and the fucking safeties, right? The special teams, every now and then they give up something good. You know, like I said, the offensive linemen, they're fucking giving up fucking holding and fucking false starts and fucking just crazy, man. It's fucking this year after year after year, and it's like fuck, you know. 2 times since the Super Bowl season, we only went to the playoffs twice. 2016, we're 12-4 going into the playoffs. Second to last game of the year, fucking Carr's in there with a pretty decent lead against the Colts. For whatever reason, Del Rio, and shout out to Del Rio, he's from Hayward, right? Jack Del Rio, he don't fucking pull the motherfucker. and he ended up breaking his leg, and all the air came out the team. Khalil Mack said it. They said as soon as they got hurt, man, and they found out it was a broken leg, his fibia, just all the fucking hoorah just came out the team. And then what happens? They put that fucking kid in there, never even played a snap, and then they lose to the Broncos, right? I think it was the Broncos. Was it Broncos or was it Texans? Yeah, it was either a Texan. No. It wasn't the Texans. It was, no, because it wasn't the Texans. Because that year, I remember, because I went out to court to Sacramento County to take care of a warrant, and I watched the Texas game barely from like this. I had to look like that because the way the TV was set up. And we beat the Texans in Mexico, right? So we didn't play the Texans again unless we played them. Oh, yeah. No. I'm lying. We did play the Texans. It was in the first round. And that's when Javon Clowney just had his way with us. One time, Dave Henderson gave me his bat at an A's game. So Ricky Henderson went to, I always fucking forget if it was Oakland High or Oakland Tech. But my cousin, Pee Wee Feliciano, right? Which is his, so we consider Pee Wee and Edward Feliciano family. They got a cousin that's a Pina, not Peña, but Pina, pineapple. Last name, Pina, Pina, Rene Pina. He played high school baseball with Ricky Henderson. If you look at their high school picture, I think it's 70. I think Ricky Henderson came out in 79, I think. 78 or 79, 77 maybe. So this picture got to be like 74, 75. And Rene Pina, straight Boricua, big ass afro. Ricky Henderson, big ass afro. And we went to the game, and we were supposed to go in the dugout and kick it with Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Because of a cousin's cousin that went to school with him. You know what I mean? So it was cool. You know, but that just sucks, man. And then the A's, look, we lost the Warriors. I mean, they're just across the bay, but still. And then the thing about that too, they went from Philadelphia Warriors to the San Francisco first. You know, they're just over the bridge. You know what I mean? But you know, it just doesn't feel the same. And then, I mean, it feels the same, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if they win, like last year, they didn't do the parade in Oakland. You know, they did in Frisco. But the A's, we're about to lose the A's. You know, they're going to go to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? It's just embarrassing, man, for the longest. Two different sports still sharing the fucking stadium. The A's and the fucking Raiders. Like, what the fuck, man? That's just way out of date. Nobody does that shit. And then because the 49ers, they consider, territory, battleground, you know, the Raiders could have slid, because all the football stadiums now are made for two teams. You know, not to say they have to have two teams, but big enough, state of the art, where they can have two teams out of one deal. Like, don't the Chargers and the Rams share? Or they did temporarily until the Chargers Stadium was made. So you got the A's and the Raiders still playing at the Oakland Coliseum. Old fucking out of date fucking stadium. You know what I mean? Fucking, it is. For some reason, when I hear that, Jack Murphy Stadium always comes to my mind, which was the Chargers and the Padres, right? And then what was the one with Three Rivers, Pittsburgh Pirates and the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers? And then the one in Miami. What was the one in Miami called? Does anybody know? Where the Dolphins and the fuck. No, I'll take that back. No, Miami didn't have they didn't have a baseball team back then, right? No, because the Marlins came later, and Miami Marlins. Because before they were Florida Marlins, now they're Miami Marlins. But no, there was no baseball team from Florida for the longest. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. But yeah. So, anyways, I got some things going on. You guys see, I got that avatar right there. I got a couple other avatars, and I got some other things that are being made, and some backdrops. And I'm going to be doing some changes to the channel. I got things being made right now as we speak. Starting yesterday, I got some intros being fucking developed. See how that goes. I'm looking hopefully to put my brother's voice on the, you know, on a little rap beat or whatever, this intro. You know, I just got to figure out a way how to record it. You know, you know, we'll go from there. But I'm gonna be, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be making some changes to the fucking to the channel. Be changing up some things, and I gotta go in there and check. I got a whole lot of wrenches in there, right? Um, I was thinking, you know, not thinking, I was just overlooking, I guess you could say. You know, when I do a lot, like earlier, I had 20 people in here, 18, 16, 20. I think the most I ever got was like 21 or 22, which I'm great. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful because I don't have a whole lot of subs, right? I got like 320 subs, right? Oh, look at old Tino the Mino, boy. Finally, the brother comes and says, "What's up with it, though?" The brother right here is out the bay too. You two F keys. I know his family too. I know him in person. So yeah, I'm gonna do some changes because, like I said, I got a lot of freaking wrenches in here, and most of the wrenches don't even, you know, when I do the lives, they're not there. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I don't have an issue with like people. I don't have a problem with the bullshit over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that 69 bullshit, the one that one that hits everybody's chats. I see that come in here sometimes, but other than that, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Who we got here? Just woke up, Buffalo. It's like 12:30 here. Where you at? You're not in Sydney, are you? Say, Habib, are you in Sydney? Yeah, I'm looking to do something with Adam too from from Australia. Oh, man, I got like a bump right here I didn't even know till now. And then damn, that feels weird, bro. And then Richard Dowling was in here earlier, Australian brother. I don't know. I got him too about coming on. You know, I'm trying to highlight different places. You know what I'm saying? I already had Harvey on. He's from Missouri, Midwest. You know, we're gonna finish up on Wednesday. Hopefully everything goes right. Remember, keep him in your guys' prayers. Harvey from Harvey Talks Prison. He's a little bit under the weather. Oh, he's been under the weather, but now he's, you know, starting to snap back out of it. So I want him to come on and tell us about how he bounced back and retransitioned after doing 30 years in prison. You know, because like I mentioned earlier, I only did, my longest one was, they gave me a 6-year sentence, and I did a little bit over 4 years. I did like 50 months, right? And so, and that was a culture shock for me. I was nervous as fuck when I got out. I seen all these homes that were built that used to be fields, right? Nothing was there. So just imagine somebody 30 years, you know what I'm saying? Even though he said he's from a small farming town, you know, they had to do some type of growing there a little bit, you know, if not there, then the city over. You know, he's from Missouri, which is St. Louis and Kansas City are the biggest cities over there. And I think there's a Springfield too, right? Springfield, Missouri. That might be the third biggest city, you know. So yeah, I want to bring different guys on. You know, Sticks from Stay Awake TV's from Ohio. Big Lance is from Virginia. Big Weeby's from West Virginia. Vegas Prison Stories, obviously, is from Vegas, but now he lives in Tampa, Florida area. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get at a cat that's from Chicago. Actually, there's 2 cats from Chicago. Get at one of them. Even Latin Pain, you know what I'm saying? My Puerto Rican brother. Also, Jermaine Maine from I Talk, Light on the Hill. He's done like 7 years in the pen in New York. You know what I mean? Carlos, my brother Carlos, he's done BOP time. So I want to start bringing on different things, man, different people, different stories. You know what I mean? I got at last week I got at Abner. You guys know Abner from fucking 60 Days In, and he sent me back video messages, and you know, I told him that I want to highlight because he told me 7 and 5, so a total of 12 altogether. I did 12 too, but I did it in 5 prison terms. And right, let's see, P number, F number, AM, AZ. Yeah, 5 terms, which they call back East bids. I did 5 bids, and then I did 4 violations in prison. And then I did a year in the county, and then 6 months in the county, 8 months in the county, and then, yeah, because that other one don't count. Because the same day I turned myself in, they kicked me out. So I got 12, but I got more, you know, a lot more of the life. That's why I put on the thumbnail, life on the installments, life on installments, right? Um, you know, 16 months here, 2 years there, 4 years there, 6 years there, 4 years here. You know what I mean? 10 months there, 8 months here, 12 months there. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. It's ugly. It's a fucked up cycle. It's time to break the cycle. Thus far, I've been breaking that cycle. I've been out 5 fucking years plus. July 2022 made 5 years, and I'm pushing for more. Right? I want to be like Carlos one day and say, "Oh fuck, I've been out 2 decades." You know what I mean? Buffalo, I sometimes do lives and realize it's 4 a.m. for most of my subs. I have about 10 Aussie subs. LOL. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna be remodeling something. So I'm just getting everybody a heads up. You know, I want everybody to know what's going on with my channel since you guys are sub to it and you guys show up and watch it. Don't take nothing personal. You know, I'm just gonna be switching up some things because it's just no, you know, it's just it's taken care of for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Now if things change later on down the road, you know, then that'll be different. You know what I'm saying? You know, as of right now though, I got a very small channel. I do get decent views for what I have sub-wise on different videos. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the sports videos don't do as good, like certain ones. Like I dropped the Don Baylor, Dave Parker video yesterday, and I only got like I think 10 views so far on it. So it's certain sports players that people, if they don't know them, like for example the Nolan Ryan one and the Mike Schmidt, you know, I got a good amount of you know, I got like I think 70, 80 views on that one. You know what I'm saying? Anything John Gotti, I get like those are my main videos. John Gotti, I did one with John Gotti and Junior Gotti. It's got almost 400 views. Man, I never realized I had this big bump on the top of my head right here. And it's sore too still, so probably was when I got my hair cut a couple days ago. Jeez. That's weird. And then I got like almost 400 views on that one John Gotti and Junior Gotti video. And then I got another one where I talk about institutionalized prison. You know, what does it mean to be institutionalized? I got over 300 views on that one. You know what I mean? And I got another John Gotti one where it has a little over 300 views, you know. So I ain't tripping though, man. I'm not tripping. This is a grind. I'm in it for the long haul. I get what I get. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking complaining. I appreciate everybody's time that shows me love, you know, and what I mean by that is, you know, jeez, you know, commenting, watching, you know, just showing, you know, so much, you know, you watch it enough for me to get the view, you know what I'm saying? All that shit's appreciated, you know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, it is what it is, you know, but I do make sure that I always thank everybody because like I said, I highly appreciate everybody subs and I always say too in videos that I drop that thank to everybody that's in there watching now and everybody that's going to come later and watch after it gets uploaded. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't got no subs, you don't got shit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, people need to realize that and be more, you know, more, you know, be more, man, how do I put that? You know, be more humble with their audience. You know what I'm saying? Just keep grinding. YouTube is fun for me. I try to catch, yeah, like, yeah, it's fun. I don't know about fun, but well, yeah, I have fun at times. Like this live's been cool. Different times, you know, I'll break into character. You know what I'm saying? And start, you know, letting my swag take over, whatever, talking shit. But you know, there's days like today's my first live. I haven't did a live since last Thursday. I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, some people might believe it, some people might not believe it. But for some people, this shit is therapeutic for people. You know, you're feeling down, maybe not even down, you just ain't feeling it, wherever, for whatever reason. And you come on here, people start, you know, engaging in the chat and indulging in conversations. And then there, before you know it, you done been on 4 hours, 3 hours, you know. Chepe, what's going on, playa? Likewise, homie. Saludos. Bendiciones a ti, la familia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to get with C-Dog. Anybody don't know, I call him Chepe. That's his nickname, but that's C-Dog. from Sea Dog and the Cooper Show podcast. He came on the No Fly Zone, but I want to have him coming on. I want him to come on here too. So I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of different people these next couple of weeks, man, and collabing. You know what I'm saying? Now that I got my own channel, I can do more things. Because what I mean by that is, like I had mentioned earlier, the No Fly Zone. Me and Carlos are part of the No Fly Zone, but at the end of the day, that's Nelson's channel. Nelson is the quarterback. He's the captain, right? So what I mean by him being the captain, he's the one pushing the buttons. Just like right now, can't nobody bring somebody on the screen but me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that dropped the link. I'm the one that posts the shows. I'm the one that puts the thumbnails to say, hey, I'm coming on at 4:30, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so what I mean by that is now that I got my own show, now I can reach out to people, and I obviously with them can put things together, put the pieces together to bring them on. Should I get a bank loan to get a key to what? Urban Productions, BTW. If you thought I was a weirdo, I won. Who the hell is BTW? By the way, if you thought I was a weirdo, I won. Who thought you were a weirdo? I'm going to be more real on here now. I think I trolled too much. Yeah, I guess so. But what was I saying now? Damn it. No. Yeah, so when like I said, I wasn't feeling it. Yeah, I did some pre-record videos, but like that little one I did today, that little story about when the cops hit my spot and they went through, thrashed my fucking lock, my closet and my dresser, and they took that almost $1,300 out of there because they popped up in my house looking for my homeboy Mark, big dog that ran from them in the neighboring town, and you guys go watch the video. I dropped it today. It's about, I think it's like 14 minutes long. That's another thing too. If I got to break things down into 3 parts, 4 parts videos, I'll do that in order to keep the videos down to like, anything. Like if I do a video and it's 30 minutes, like on a profile of us, because what I've been trying to do when I do the sports profiles, I'll find a picture of 2 of the guys that I'm picking together. And that way I can put 2 guys on one thumbnail. There's some profiles where I had 3, like I had Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, and Akeem Olajuwon on one. I had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and James Worthy on one. I had George Brett, Wade Boggs, and Don Mattingly on one. So, it makes it easier that way. But it's hard to find 3 guys in one picture. You know what I'm saying? Now, when they're all on one team, that's different. And then Olajuwon, Jordan, and Barkley, that was easy because they all got drafted in 1984. They were part of the 84 draft. But for the most part, you can just find 2 guys, 2 guys in a picture together, and then you do the thumbnail, with them 2 in the picture. So those videos sometimes will be 30 minutes. But if it's like a story or it's just one thing on one topic, one person topic or one topic, I'll try to make the videos anywhere from like 12 to 18 minutes, and then if I got to come back for part 2 and part 3, I'll do that. And I'd rather do that than to make one video 45 minutes or hour long, because people ain't going to sit there and watch it, because the analytics tells you, they'll tell you even shorts, like you do a short that's 35 seconds and it'll tell you, well, how does it go? Yeah, they'll say 80% of the people watch 22 seconds of the 40-second video, or the shorts. So it breaks it all down for you. It tells you how old your age, your biggest range of the age of the people that watch your shit. How the 10 within 10 years, it'll tell you what's your percentage of subs that are from United States, from UK, from wherever, you know what I mean? How many are men? How many are women? Like right now, I got 87% are males and 13% are women, but I only got 320 subs. So that means 87%. That means every 100, 87 are men. So that would be 300 would be 13 times 3, right? That would be 13 times 3 would be 39. So out of 300, 39 are women, right? And that means 261 are men out of 300, you know? But all that stuff's important. You know, it tells you too when the people watch. And this time that I came on with the time that I started. Now, keep in mind Pacific time. That's when I started on here, Pacific time, right? So for me, I noticed that I get bigger audience when I start at like 3 to 3:30. You know what I'm saying? Today I didn't go on to 3:45, but yeah, around that time. You know what I mean? And then you got a couple content creators that come on, like one guy comes on at 8 o'clock Eastern time, so that's 5 o'clock here. He's been doing that every day for the past couple of months. And then you got another content creator. She comes on like 8:30 as well, Eastern time. So 5:30 Pacific time. You know what I mean? So you start picking up all that stuff, right? Because obviously you don't want to come, especially a smaller channel like mine. You don't want to come on, you know, like I said, I get up to like 21, 22 people in the lives with 300 subs, right? But it's a trip though, because I can like right now I got 12 in here, but earlier I got 21, 20, right? But it's a trip though, because as soon as you shut it down, you go and look and it says that you already have like 60 views, you know, and that's because some people come in and watch maybe 2-3 minutes and then they take off. And that's why you see the audience go up and down, you know, quickly. All right, Lou, I'm gonna tap out. I'm gonna go grub, bro. Yep, have a good one, Tino Domino. By my calculations, you should be getting some booty with those numbers. Oh man, come on with that bullshit, man. Booty. You sound like with that bullshit, man. You sound like that old motherfucker from Kentucky, that black dude. Oh man, ain't nothing wrong with getting some booty. I can give me some booty every now and then. Yeah, but fucking, yeah, it is what it is, man. Fucking but I didn't finish telling this part of the story what I was talking about earlier when I said about when you're busting the spread, the bag falls out on the bottom. The bag fell out through the bottom and we picked it up. Okay, so I was saying how we keep our little duplex cookies. You get 2 each, right? And we would save it, and I'd give it to one dude for his beans off his dinner tray, and my celly would find another guy, and he would do that trade with him too. So we had 2 things of beans to throw in with our 2 noodles, some chips we had smashed up, and then 2 to 4 pieces of bread, right? That makes it all come together, and then we put mustard and mayonnaise on top, right? So that was San Joaquin County Jail. But Alameda County Jail, which is Oakland, Hayward, Decoto, Fremont, you know what I mean? Then you get a lot of guys from San Jose in there because San Jose's the next county over. You get some cats from San Francisco in there, right? Because San Francisco's right by there too. And what happens with that is, okay, this is the only time I ever seen this happen in the county jail, because it doesn't happen in prison. The paisas, the Mexican nationals, fuck with northern Latinos there. They'll bunk up together, they'll eat together. I never seen that. So until I got there, you know, until I went through there. So when I'm over there, you have the east side and the west side of the building, right? You got the A upper and lower, B upper and lower, C upper and lower is the west side. And then the east side is D upper, D lower, E upper, E lower, and F upper, F lower. So I'm on the west side and I'm in F upper. And I would fluctuate there with homies, right? It'd be me. And I think the most we had at one time was like seven homies, right? Which that's a lot. Usually it's just like 2 or 4. That's about it. And there's bunks that are designated for northerners, right? Northern Latinos. And what happens is if there's no northern Latinos to use them bunks, then we'll let the blacks use them, right? But the blacks know, or the Asians, whoever ends up using them, know that when we get homeboys come in there, they got to move. They got to go to the top, or they got to move to the top of one of the blacks, right? And most of the time, the way it'll go is that they'll have to move and go to the top of a black. They won't move on the top of a northern Latino. They'll go on top of one of their own, right? It's just the way it is. It's the politics of California. And so what happened was I had got like me, and then like 5 of these youngsters end up coming, right? 5 or 6. There end up being like 6 or 7 of us in that pod, upper F. And all these kids, I'm in my 30s at the time. Everybody is 20 and 21. And I think one of them was 19. So they're acting like straight kids, right? I mean, I had to keep checking them. And what I mean by checking them is not like, hey, motherfucker, I'm just schooling them, basically, not checking them. I that was a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. And so I'd be like, hey, they be using the N word. And no, we don't do that. No, we do not do that. No, sir. Right? They say the B word. I don't mean bitch. I'm talking about blood. What's up, blood? That's a word that's used very strongly in the Bay Area by Latinos. Puerto Rican Mexicans used it like a motherfucker. What up, blood? Hey, blood. Hey, what's up, blood? Hey, blood. You know, what's up, my nigga? They say all that. I don't do that, right? And it's a problem because the OG black dudes don't want their peoples, their young brothers, Ndugus. That's how you say brother in Swahili, which is an African dialect. Undugu means brother. Their little brothers, their little Ndugus, they do not want them using the N-word. So how the hell does it look like with some bunch of Puerto Ricans and Mexicans saying it? It's like mocking the shit out of them in front of them. It's like a slap in the face, you know, to some of these older black dudes, right? And you got to keep in mind, they were with the revolutionary movement. You know what I'm saying? They don't dig that shit. If they do not dig their own people doing it, saying it, they definitely ain't gonna do some fucking. They're not gonna dig some black and Mexican. I mean, some Puerto Rican and Mexicans using it. You know what I'm saying? But then you got all the Asians using it, and you got white boys using it. It's fucking crazy, right? So the county jail is a training ground for prison. So all that shit you're supposed to break out of these guys from doing that shit, from talking that way. You would hate that if these motherfuckers go up to the pen and they're still talking like that, and then the homies that are there be like, hey, what county you just came from? Oh, we came from Alameda County. Oh, yeah, well, who's there? Who's there that's been around? Oh, Big Lou's there? No, well, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to look bad on me. You know what I mean? Look at that. Speaking of these motherfuckers, yeah, they pop up out of nowhere. So, yeah, there was a lot of that shit, man. I didn't play that shit because you're not going to get me in some bullshit over a riot into a wreck. Well, we call it a wreck. You're not going to, when I say get me in a wreck, because some people will take it like you're saying you're going to get me beat up. You could, you know, numbers, people win in numbers. So if you give me fucking, hold on, guys. Sorry about that. I had that door open. I don't want, now it's getting dark. I don't want a fucking car coming there and hitting it. So when I say, you know, you're going to get me in a wreck, you know, how does that sound to you? That sounds like I'm fucking scared I'm going to get beat up, right? But no, what it means is you're going to get me in a wreck means you're going to get us into some shit. We're going to have to fight. And you're going to get us in some shit because you can't keep yourself from saying a word or two. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So like I said, I'm a first termer, and well, I never been to prison. I'm a youngster. I drive up to San Quentin or the reception center, and I'm over, hey, blood, hey, Nick, hey, Nick, hey, Nick. You know what I'm saying? They be like, hey, little homie, where'd you, come here, little homie, let me get at you. Hey, where you from? Oh, I'm from Hayward. I'm from Oakland. I'm from Dakota. I'm from Fremont. What county did you come through? Oh, Alameda County. Well, who was there that been around? Oh, Chino's there, Big Lou's there, Oso's there, Blackie's there, Money's there, Toto's there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, okay. You talking about Big Lou, Puerto Rican Big Lou? Yeah. Oh, fuck that. You don't get me in trouble because your little ass, you know what I mean? And there were some homies that got mad at me too for being strict on certain things, but I'm just looking out for everybody that's in our collective. You know what I'm saying? There will be, and that's another thing about, because when prison, right? Think about it. Blacks in LA, from South Central, LA, Compton, they do not And South and Southern Latinos, same thing. They do not get along with blacks down there, period. So there's a lot of blacks that never been, how do I say it? They never been to prisons up north. They've all the prisons they've been to are all that Southern California. So they've never even seen a Northern Latino. So then all of a sudden they drive up to a pen where there's Northern Latinos, which they're not used to. And then all of a sudden they're hearing these motherfuckers say blood and nig this, nig that, nig, you know what I mean? They're gonna trip, bro. You know, especially if they don't know really what time it is as far as the politics and shit like that, you know? Hence, that's where get me in a wreck comes from. You're gonna get us in a wreck. All that means is we're gonna get off, you know? It's not saying that we're gonna get beat up, even though it does sound like that. Because I remember when I was a youngster and I would hear that, I was like, what the fuck? But then, you know, once I figured it out, and a lot of shit's common sense, right? Okay, so back to being in Santa Rita with the paisas bunking with us, right? They would, you know, get on top of the northern bunks and they sleep on top. If there was not a northern bunk, then we let a paisa sleep on the bottom. But, and I put a big emphasis on but, right? All due respect, we take them in the bathroom and we check them for tattoos. You know, the one, if we don't know them already, like say, you know, you run into a paisa and you've been locked up with them before, then you know already know what's up. But if you've never been around these cats before and they drive up and they say they're paisas and Central Americans like Salvadorians and Guatemalans and Hondurans, when they tell you that's what they are, same thing. In Spanish, you tell them, hey, with all due respect, con todo respeto, pero venga conmigo en el baño y te culpo chequear por tatuajes. We got to check you for tattoos, right? Pero con todo respeto, you know what I'm saying? Would you say with all due respect, but but if they got fucking MS on them or something like that, or 13, you gonna get on that ass. So they fucked up for them if, you know, they came through and you guys heard me say R&R in prison, right? That's receiving and releasing. But the county jail at Santa Rita is called ITR, and that stands for I stands for intake. ITR stands for intake. Wait a minute, ITR, right? Yeah, intake and release. IT stands for intake, and R stands for release. So when they come up there, when classifications comes and talks to them, because they're the ones that house you, and they find out if if you're Southsider, if you're Border Brothers, and then they'll put you in the proper places with the proper clothing. So if you're a Southsider in Alameda County, they put you in the orange, and they house you only with Southsiders. But then if you're a Border Brother, they put you with red, all red, and they house you together. They house them alone with just themselves, because Southsiders and Border Brothers get into it as well. And Border Brother is not just a paisa, right? What we call paisas, being a Mexican national. At you hear some people will call them Border Brothers, but no, Border Brothers is his own fucking entity. It's his own thing in the pen. It started in the pen. It's his own thing. Raza business. What's up, man? Take off on site for having the wrong tattoo. Yeah. So yeah, that like MS 13 18th Street. Yeah. So you got 18th Street, you got MS 13, and then you got 18th Street, but you got Mara 18. So you got Mara 18th Street, and they're fucking they're Central Americans too, and they funk with MS 13. Yeah. So there was a lot of dudes that were Salvadorians, Guatemalans, Hondurans that came through when I was there, man. And I mean, they were little bitty ass dudes, and a couple times it was just me. And when I checked their tattoos, and I'm like, man, please don't be one of these dudes, because I'm gonna hurt this motherfucker, right? And thank God they weren't, you know what I mean? But like I was saying, in ITR, inmate intake release at Santa Rita at Alameda County Jail, when the classification officer comes, if there's any reason, if you're a fucking Border Brother or you're a Southsider, you're supposed to tell them. I mean, that's on you, though. You don't have to tell them. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to do their job. When they say take off your shirt and they notice the tattoo, then they do the job. But, what I mean by you're supposed to tell them, because if you don't tell them and you slide through with some tattoos, the homies are going to get that ass. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So you know, but they're supposed to not say nothing, and they're supposed to slide through and then get off. You know, that's what they're supposed to do. Way dangerous though. Yeah, it's some dangerous shit, bro. Gang banging is nothing fucking not no walk in the park. It ain't no fucking peaches and cream, that's for sure. Saludos, Daniel Ortiz. What's up, man? Where you from, Daniel? Daniel, you from TC? I think you're from TC. If I'm not wrong. Um, so yeah, the tattoos, man. Fucking, that's why I was always schooled by OGs, man. Don't put no gang shit on you. I don't have no. Only thing I got on me is my town. That's it. Um, I got my area code on me. I do have a clock on me that has the big hand, the little hand. Classifications always tries to tell me that, oh, that's no, it's not. It's not, dude. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you from Salas, huh? Okay. So did you see the thumbnail right there? I don't know. Did you see the thumbnail for this video? The homie that's on my right. Okay, I'm in the middle, right? The two faces the taller one. He's from Salas. He's from Salas. Yeah. I got some good homeboys from Salas, man. I don't know how old are you? Well, let me fix this door real quick. Hold on. Salas. Yeah, Salas. I got some good homeboys from Salas, man. Let me see, over the years, fucking Taz, fucking Gallegos, Pollo from Soledad, Kager from Soledad, um, Lopez brothers from Salas, Campas from Salas. I met one of the OG brothers. What the fuck's their name? The Gabriel brothers. I met one of them one time. Who else? Yeah. So, anyways, back to Santa Rita. The After the Pisces check out with the tattoos, right? After everything's good with them, then you show them where you sleep. You got to get in the shower, right? Because you're laying down or sitting down in the bullpens, what they call bullpen therapy. Like if you come in on a Thursday or late Thursday night or a Friday morning, you could be in the bullpen Saturday, Sunday, and not make it to your bunk until Monday, right? Or late Sunday, depending how many people come in there. But what they do is they just keep moving you from fucking bullpen, which all that really means is a tank, from bullpen to bullpen. And then what they do is some of them have little benches, but then when you get to that last one, there's only one side of benches, and depending on how many people in there, you might be sitting on the floor. A lot of guys lay on the floor, because they're fucking running amok out there in the street and they don't give a fuck. Which I've been there. Don't give me I ain't no better than nobody. I've been there, so the way that people feel when you get to the housing, this is only in the dorms. This is not the cell living for Santa Rita. This is the dorms, the little chicken coops in 33, 31, 35, building 35, building 34, building 33, building 32, and building 31. So they got the little, like I mentioned earlier, you got the east side and west side. Building 35 is north side and south side because the row of the buildings go this way, but then 35 goes this way at the end. So building 35 is south, 35 south, 35 north. And then again, like they got A pod upper, A pod upper, A pod lower, B pod upper, B pod lower, C pod upper, C pod lower. There's 15 bunks in there, so that's a total of 30 guys can be held in each lower and upper. So that's a total of 60. So each side can hold 180 guys if it's packed all the way. And then the other side is D upper lower, E upper lower, F upper lower. That would be the north side or the south side. Only in building 35. And 31, 32, 31, 32, 33, and 34 is east side, west side, right? West side would be A upper lower, B upper lower, C upper lower. East side would be D upper, D lower, E upper, E lower, F upper, F lower. Same thing, 30 guys per thing, 180 altogether. It's like a chicken coop, real shit. And they got one toilet in there, one pisser in there, two sinks, one shower. Showers open all day though, all day and night. So when you come from the bullpens, they're figuring, you've been rolling around on the ground, go get in there and shower. You know what I mean? Waiting on my food, tap back in. Yeah, what's up, Tino the Mino? I don't have no gang tax either. Just East Bay Hog. East Bay Hog too. Oh, you from Hayward? You from the fucking? Is that where you're from? The Hog? Damn, what was that little homie's name from the Hogs I met? His brother's name is Gian. His last name is Gian. Junior Gian, I think it is. He's skinny ass kid with fucking curly ass hair, but his hair's long. And his brother's D. Damien, I think it is. Damien, I believe, if I remember correctly. I've only met a couple cats from the Hogs. Everybody I know, DGF, fucking Ramos, and A Street. You know what I mean? A Street was Hogs. Break down the house rules for the new arrivals. Waiting on my food. Okay, so let me finish telling this. So the Paisas, like I said, this is the first place I ever been county jail wise, because the pen, they don't fuck with us like that. They more go with the South. So the county jail, they come, they bunk with us. So what I would do, like I had mentioned earlier about the beans, or with trading my little cookies for beans. What I would do is we would save from our dinner trade beans and all that. And then sometimes the homie that was the porter, he would kick us extra trays. I would feed everybody that was Latino in that motherfucker with us. Sometimes we would get those little cups that come in the lunch. Maybe they might only get one of those full with a piece of bread or two. But you know what? They were estaba poniendo algo in their stomachs, right? They were putting something in their stomach, bro. So these motherfuckers had hella appreciation to me for this. And I used to help them do their store list because I speak Spanish. So I would help them do their store list. And I would tell them, es muy importante, and very important, que compran el fucking hygiene. You know what I mean? El jabón, la barra de jabón, el champú, el pasta de diente, y todo eso. You know what I'm saying? You got to get all that shit, bro. You got to get your hygiene, man. I remember that I had this little homie, man. He ended up knocking his broad that was a friend of his when they went to school. He was a youngster. And his pops went way back with my cousins from their neighborhood, 38 Lokes. But this kid claimed San Jose because his mother was from San Jose. The homie was from Oakland, met his mom at like a car show back in San Jose or the fairgrounds or something. And so, they had the relationship. The pops went to the military, then got out, went to the pen. The kid ends up getting raised in San Jose, but he was fucking with his roots in the Bay Area because of his pops. So he ends up knocking this girl that he was friends with as kids, and she's looking out for him. Every week she's buying him like a $50 to $80 package, and they can order it off the streets. But the fucking baboso never would buy fucking hygiene. So this little fucker, every day he's taking showers, he comes to my motherfucking bunk, goes in my locker, uses my shampoo and fucking my toothpaste and deodorant every fucking day. And he's going to the store every week. Fucking puto, right? Straight puto move, man. Dirty vato taxes, homie. Straight up. DVTs, homie, at his finest, right? I said, oh, come on, bro. I said, you got to whoop, pump the brakes, homie. Pump the brakes on that shit, boy. I said, man, you go in the store, homie. You need to, hygiene always comes first. If you guys hear me on here, I always say, besides the toothpaste, the shampoo, the bar of soap, the lotion, and the body wash that you're using right then and there, you need to have at least 2 brand new ones in the shelf, if not 3. And I don't mean bars of soap, because you should have more than 3 bars of soap. What I mean is shampoo. If you got long hair and you want conditioner, that's on you. But shampoo, lotion, body wash, toothpaste, and deodorant. You need to have fucking, besides the one you're currently using, you need to have 2 to 3 brand new ones at all times in the fucking in your locker. Because you never know when you're gonna go on lockdown, and you don't know how long you're gonna be on lockdown. Right? So you need to fucking have your shit put up. Now I understand we're in the county jail, it's a lot different, but still, you're going to the store every week, 50 to 80 bucks every week, but yet you're not buying no hygiene ever. I understand she orders the package for you, but you need to get on that phone that you know that you talk to her on every day, homie, and tell her, hey, look, check it out. I've been overdoing it with the homie. I've been using this hygiene every day. I need you to order me, you know, toothpaste and deodorant at least. You know, and he needs shampoo, but you know, then they end up eliminating soap, because motherfuckers, they used to give us locks for the lockers on the bottom of your bed. They took those away though, because motherfuckers were putting them in, doubling in socks, you know, bam, fucking hitting you like that, right? So then what they started doing is they started getting the bars of soap, putting 2 bars of soap in the sock, double the sock up, bam. So then they fucking took those away. You couldn't get bars of soap no more. So everybody needed body wash. So one day I drive up from Sac County Jail to Alameda County Jail with bars of soap. And they're like, what the fuck? Everybody tripped out because they took them away over there, but they let me come in with it. It was a trip. It wasn't a brand new bar. It was already, you know, halfway used or whatever. But the fact is that people in that jail facility hadn't seen bars of soap in a while since they've been there, right? So anyways, back to the paisas, I'm feeding them every night. They're at least eating something. Like I said, they're at least getting one of those little cups from the lunch. The cup's about that fat around, you know, and it's about that high, and it'd be filled to the top. And I would give them like a piece of bread or 2. That way they can make a little taco, or they can make one fat sandwich with the 2 pieces of bread. And like I said, I'd help them do their store list. And like I said, they'd be hella appreciated that I'm fucking feeding them, right? Which I didn't have no problem doing it. But what happened was this fucking county was working hand in hand with ICE, which if anybody don't know, ICE stands for Immigration Custom Enforcement, which are the marshals that come and get people that get deported. So they don't do that no more. Because I remember the last time I was in that jail, in the morning when it would be court time, you would see them fuckers in there every day fucking with a chain of motherfuckers. I mean, you see Latinos, you see fucking Asian people on that chain going to immigration, going to San Francisco, right? And what happened was, even on misdemeanors, because a lot of these paisas had misdemeanors, fucking driving under the influence, misdemeanor, some type of assault, domestic violence is a misdemeanor. You know, the bullshit ones. You know, because after that happened with O.J. Simpson, that O.J. Simpson case, you know, they got real strict on that shit, and they started taking you to jail no matter what. And so what happened a lot of times is that these guys, these paisas, Central Americans, would get I would help them do the list for the store. You turn it in. I don't remember what night. And then 2 days later, your store comes. Well, a lot of times these guys would get their store, and then the next morning they're being taken by immigration. So they couldn't take the stuff with them. So I would end up getting everything, all the hygiene, and then the food. And then I would just use the food and keep recycling the way I did. And then what I started doing was, I ran the tienda upstairs for the homies that came with nothing, and then the homie downstairs had it. And what that means is that we would have extra soaps, extra. At that time, we still have bars of soap, so we'd have bars of soap in there for them, extra toothpaste, and we get Colgate there, that cool little Colgate tube, right? And then we'd have extra Colgates, we'd have extra shampoo bottles, the little bottles like that of Head and Shoulders, of Selsun Blue, of I can't think of all the names right now. And then we'd have, you know, these people, like I said, they would order, I'd help them order. And then the extra shit that they couldn't take, which was the toothpaste, the shampoos, the little bottles of body wash, the soap, and then a few, like maybe 4 or 5 soups, you know, that stuff would be left behind. And like I said, the food would be recycled back to everybody like we were doing already. And then the hygiene, I would keep it in the bag, and I ran the store, and it was called the tienda, meaning only, you give extra bowls, you give the homie up. Well, actually, no, we didn't have bowls there. What you had there was cups, and I would buy a cup for water, a cup for fucking coffee. I would not ever drink water out of the coffee cup, and I never would drink coffee out of the water cup because the fucking coffee stains the cups. No, I don't do that. And then I would get a separate cup for food. Sometimes I'd get 2 cups because one would be for oatmeal, one would be for food. I'm just real particular when it comes to that shit. And so I'd have extra cups and all that, and we'd pass them out. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was taken care of, bro. It was ran the way it's supposed to be ran. Look out for your peoples. You know what I'm saying? The best you could, and different times it'd be different things. But I keep looking behind because of fucking lights, and I keep thinking somebody's pulling right here. But 0203 Santa Rita 32 West. Yeah, see that Santa Rita 32 West was the Violators building at that time. And also Santa Rita had guys that they were on probation violations. Parole violations, and the state, Sacramento, had certain jails, specifically Santa Rita, where guys would do their violations that weren't just from Alameda County. They would be from San Francisco County, from Monterey County, from Santa Cruz County, from San Mateo County, and they would go there and they'd do their violation there. And a lot of times it got real political in Building 32. You had a lot of fucking big homies in there, a lot of B's and C's, and a lot of C's and a lot of B's. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually they'd get to San Quentin or they get to Tracy prison to finish up the violation. Lou, you only have a new show. Lou, you only have a new show, but you nearly have as many views as Joe. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, don't put my name and that guy in the same category sentence, please. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you. No, thank you, man. So yeah, anyways, yeah, like I said, man, the fucking not the Border Brothers, the Mexican Nationals, the Paisas, would leave me what they had, and I made it work, bro. I made it work. I was there for like 6 months, I made it work. And then eventually I got released, but I was trying to think. There was something else I was thinking about too at the same time, and I forgot. Oh, so yeah, let's get to So in the pen, you get up at on the main line as a northern Latino. You get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Man, it's cold out here right now, so I got like sciatic nerve damage on my thigh up here. And fucking right now, because it's cold, it's getting numb on me like a motherfucker. So you get up about 6 o'clock in the morning, right? They do shift change at 6. That's when it's official. But those cops change from first watch to second watch, which I'll explain it again so everybody understands. First watch is from 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. That's first watch. Second watch is from 6 in the morning to 2 o'clock p.m. And then third watch is from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. But they usually fucking get there. The COs usually get there about anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes early, and once they get there, the other cop can leave, because he or she still has to walk. It's not like they just walk out the building door and they're off the clock and off the property. No, they're still, there's a long distance, and a lot of times they got to get picked up by the little buggy driver, which a lot of times the buggy driver is an inmate that drives them around the parking lot to their vehicles and stuff. What I was gonna say was, so yeah, get up about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then depending, you and your cellie, it depends who goes first, right? And wash up. One gets up and uses the restroom. Gets up, uses the restroom, brushes his teeth and all that. The other one, makes his bed. I'd imagine they should be making their bed, rolling up their mattress tight. Again, you guys don't know when you roll. If you guys go back to live video titled Institutionalized. Just check the thumbnail out. There's two guys. That's a shoe sale in Pelican Bay. Both guys are sitting on the bottom bunk. But if you look at their beds, you can see their mattresses are both rolled up. And you roll it up like a Tootsie Roll, tight. And then you slam it against the wall. And you put it either against the wall that way or you put it to the side. And that's for a couple different reasons. You roll your mattress up so you don't get the bright idea to lay down and try to go back to sleep, because that's a no-no. You'll get in trouble. Or, and, not or, but and, you're putting your bed out of the way so that you don't spill shit on it, because you use your bed as a table. So you're cooking on it. You don't want to spill food on it. If you're doing a lot of different type of activities as far as like making things, and you're doing pencil shavings, you know, for shaders and all kinds of different shit like that, you don't want to spill none of that shit on your bunk. You know what I'm saying? Your bunk's got white sheets on it, so you don't want to spill none of that shit on your bunk. You know what I mean? So you want to tighten that shit up tight, roll it up tight, and then put it to the wall, right? So that's what I'm telling you guys. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go back to that video, Institutionalized, and it's got on the thumbnail, or you don't gotta go to the video, just look at the thumbnail, and you'll know what I'm talking about with the way the bunks are. And you can see how they got their stuff neat on top of their bunks, right? On their, because it's concrete slab. And so if my celly's up and he's using the restroom and all that, like I said, I'll be up and I'll be making, you know, folding my sheets and my blankets. Usually I don't use blankets to cover. Only time I ever used the blanket to cover was when I was in the gym one time, and another time when it was in the middle of winter and it was just one of those cold fucking couple of days. And I used the blanket, one blanket, right? Because they give you two blankets in there. They give you two blankets, they give you two sheets, and they give you a pillowcase, right? You can buy a brand new pillowcase and brand new sheets for like $2, right? Brand new ones. And then I would always have me an extra set. I'll wash the ones that are on there, and then I'd throw the ones that were already new, or not new, either new or clean. And then every week I would switch out my sheets. You know what I'm saying? And I wash the ones that I just took off, and I put the ones on that I just put on. Same thing with my floor towel, my toilet towel, and my sink towel. I would have extra, and I would send those into the laundry every week. That's the only thing I would send into laundry. I wouldn't send, you got one laundry bag for your blues, you got one laundry bag for your whites, and that's only for your state's clothes. You don't put your personal clothes in there and send them into the laundry, because the motherfuckers will steal it. You know what I mean? Because you still got guys in there that got clothes from the streets when it was still, what I'm saying is your people could send you shorts and different clothes from the streets, and they'd put a box together, take it down to the what do you call that? The post office, and it couldn't weigh more than 30 pounds. And so, like, you know, people that are doing bad on the street, they got food stamps, they would go buy all these different candies, all these different drinks and food they can get, and they put it in the box, you know what I'm saying? And they would get you a pair of shorts from down maybe at Walmart or wherever the hell, right? Throw them in there, some pack of tank tops, pack of t-shirts, couple beanies, you know, maybe a pack of socks or two, thermal bottoms, thermal tops. You were able to get all that shit from the street. Well, they stopped doing that because people were hiding too much dope in the fucking in the M&Ms, and hiding dope in the coffee, and they would reseal the coffee, the top of the jar of coffee, and put all kinds of balloons of dope, of heroin in there. And so it is what it is. Eventually they outlawed it. Damn, man, this shit's fucking bothering the crap out of me, man, my leg. Damn, I haven't felt this in a while. But it's got to be because of cold. It is pretty cold right now. So what they ended up doing was they outlawed it, and they started coming out with these private package companies. And one of them is called Walking Horse, and the COs, and I don't really know what's like because a lot of people say the COs on it. So I don't know if it's like captains and lieutenants, associate wardens and wardens that own it, and that's what they mean by that, or if they're talking about actually sergeants and regular COs. I don't know, but they always say that they own some of it, you know. But there's so many package companies now. When I left The last time I was in there, there was Walking Horse, there was Union Supply, there was Access, there was D&D, there was let me see, Packages R Us, Union Supply, Access, Walking Horse, D&D, Music by Mail. Oh man, there's at least three or four more. Those are the main ones, right? And you get, you get some catalogs that they do better when it comes to the music. You got other catalogs that do better when they don't have an item and they send you replacement items, but they get it close, you know. And then you got the companies that just, they ain't got it, they just don't fucking send you what you got coming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, even if you hit send a substitute, they just fuck everything up. You know what I mean? It's definitely not like it was when you get shit from your peoples on the street. You know what I mean? So it just sucks when you first get there because obviously you don't have nothing, right? So if it's summertime, you want to get a fan, right? And it's only let me see, the fans you get, they're like 9-inch fans, I think, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's only about like that. But it works, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Even if when it's hot outside. Yeah, so I don't give a fuck how hot it is outside, man. As long as you're in front of your little fan, bro, I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro. I've been through fucking. Now, don't get me wrong. I never been to the desert prisons down south, but I've been to the pins, Avenal, Pleasant Valley, Corcoran. You know what I'm saying? Where it gets fucking 110, 120, not 120, but 110, 112, 114 for 2 weeks straight. You know what I mean? And that fan I got helps me like a motherfucker because they don't have air conditioners in there. They don't have air conditioners in there. They got swamp coolers. They don't do shit though. You know what I mean? But like I said, as long as you're right in front of your fan, you're good. So there was a pin one time I was at, and underneath your bunk, it had the bars, right? So I rigged my fucking fan in between it, and I tied it up, and then it was upside down, and I would turn it on me. Fine, bro. No, as long as, like I said, as long as you're in front of it, you're good. You know what I mean? Carlito Bregante is one of my favorite characters. Carlito. When you talk like that, you reminded me of that movie. What movie? You talking about Richard Dowling? Military Style. Richard Ireland has some crime bosses out there that are coming up in the criminal element. I've been watching how it goes down out there lately. Oh yeah? Yeah, I tend to stay away from active shit. I don't say active names and shit, you know what I'm saying? But damn. So yeah, the fan helps. So when you first get that first package, you have no personal clothes, so you can either it depends, man. It makes it kind of rough. So that first package, and you get a package every 3 months, right? So you get 4 packages a year. But what a lot of people do is, and I used to do this, I used to get a second package. I'd get 2 packages a quarter, one in my name and one in somebody else's name, and they would charge me anywhere from $10 to $20. Well, a lot of these guys that charge you like that, they don't have no money, right? And they don't, so you can get them their stuff off the store, which helps you out because say you let them charge you $15, right? Actually, that's not a lot because you figure a bottle of well, it depends because you can get the Suave body wash and the what's the other one? VO5. The shampoos are only 99 cents. But then they have body washes that are like $2. You know what I mean? So if they do allow you to get them the stuff from the store because they're getting toothpaste, bars of soap, and a deodorant from the store, you can get that stuff from the store. Because otherwise, if you get it on your package, it can end up weighing you, 40 ounces, 60 ounces or something. You know what I mean? So it's easier to get it off the store, right? So that's what I would do. So I remember when I went to Avenal, shit. I might have to get in the car and put the heater on. Fuck. When I went to Avenal, I got a package, and they moved me to another yard because I got ducketed for the program they had on the other yard. So I show up over there with 2 pairs of shoes. I just got store too, right? I went $140 store, and I went 2 packages. I got my package, and then the second package I got the same day that I got my package. You know what I'm saying? And I sent that in somebody else's name. All he wanted was a big jar of coffee, 16-ounce jar of coffee. Look at this asshole. He want to fucking just sit there pointing at me with the lights on. You know what I mean? No one is lights pointing at me. Damn, this shit hurts. I'm gonna have to go in the car and fucking put the heater on and fucking. Man, this shit hurts, man. This is a cold weather. Getting old, peoples. So yeah, I ended up coming with my Jordans. I had my Jordans on, and then I got a cheap pair of Reeboks so I can have those for the yard, play basketball in them. And so what you do, you get 1 pair of shorts, or you can get 2 because you're allowed to have 2 pairs of shorts. But you wash 1 pair, you get another pair to wear. But if you don't have 2 pairs of shorts, then you just got 1, right? So then while you're washing that 1, you put on your blues. So what happened was, well, not what happened was, but what you can do is hold on. Let me get this going here. Oh, my damn leg is hurt. Yeah, I'm getting old, Carlos. I'm gonna need you to come out California and help me out. Send Nico out here, give me a hand. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, son of a bitch. Oh, motherfucker. Damn it, man. My motherfucking hot dog. I just smashed it. Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck. That is too much. Yeah, man. I sat right on the damn hot dog, man. Jesus. Can't believe it. So, yeah. Can't believe I did that, man. Fucking hot dog. I've been thinking about it. I've been. Oh, man. Okay. Whoa. I invested. I got me some. They're not earpods, but they're the one where you put the deal around your neck, and it got the thing goes around your neck where you can control the volume, and it really works good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't talk about active stuff either, but there's a YouTube video where there was some dudes dressed as women that went to whack somebody at a boxing match. Then a hit squad came in with AKs. Damn, is that right? Damn, boy, that's some shit there, boy. Yeah, that ain't no fucking joke. Let me see if this will work that way. Sometimes it turns, sometimes it don't. It's so weird. Look at that. It's turned the other way. Yeah, sometimes it. Yeah. So what was I talking about? I forgot now. Shit. Man, yeah, that was a lot of pain, man. Jeez. but that's what it's from. The cold, you know, the cold disrupts your you know, you got arthritis. Like the other day, my hand, this finger right here, it's got all like this, and man, it fucking hurt. It was arthritis. I feel like Fred G. Sanford. The G stands for, you know, good riddance of fucking arthritis, bro. Fuck, man. I'm getting old, man. Fuck. I'm not looking forward to 60 and 65 if I make it. Sheesh. Shit look like straight out of the movies or some Mexican cartel Sincario stuff. I didn't know Ireland got down like that. Oh yeah, they got gangster, bro. That's why I tell people, bro. It doesn't matter where you're from, it's where you're at. You got gangsters everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got gangsters everywhere. You got killers everywhere. You got rats everywhere. You got poo butts everywhere. You got sagoonies, sissies everywhere. You got cool, calm, and collective motherfuckers everywhere. You know, you got guys that are street smart, but they ain't never been to the system, but yet they got game. You know what I'm saying? It's just that false fucking narrative bullshit that you gotta be from Oakland, you gotta be from LA, you gotta be from Miami, you gotta be from New York, you gotta be from fucking Detroit, you gotta be from Chicago. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of bull honking nonsense, baby. Feel me? You know, Ricans, you're on the couch, Carlos. Carlos ain't on the couch. Carlos is fucking hiding. Nelson's hiding. Carlos is hiding. I'll be hiding after I get off air. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. But you want to jump? Anybody want to jump on? Let me know. I dropped the link. Well, I'll just drop the link anyways. Oops.
Damn goes to Panisi, son of a biscuit. There's the link. Jump on, Carlos. Jump on, man. Jump on. You two F keys, you want to jump on? The link's right there. Richard Dowling, you want to jump on? Rasta Biz, you want to jump on? There's the link to What It Do with Big Lou, NFZR2. Baby. There it is. There it is, cuz. I'm scared, my brother, yeah. Carlos, do we need have another argument? Yeah, come on, Buffalo Billy. You didn't know about what? Oh, here we go. Bam. Yo. Reconvene Mark. Uh-oh.
Hey, I would kick Lefty's ass. He did that shit last night, and I forgot to change it back, but I like it.
Oh.
How's the audio?
What are you doing? What are you doing in the picture?
Oh yeah, it was funny. Somebody asked me that question. I was doing a job in Disney, and we were using air hammers. You ever use the air hammer? That shit, yeah. So I was doing double shifts, so my legs, my back, everything was just hurt. So I'm walking around on my hands and knees around the house, and my daughter decided to take a picture. That's why it looks like that.
Yeah, I get, man. I remember when I was a kid. Right? I was only 17. I didn't even turn. I might have just turned 18, but I started out working with my brother, graveyard shift, and when I started there, I started out really working. Like, I wasn't that fast though, because I was still learning the job. But we were sorting pallets. We were sorting pallets that were good and bad off the tipper machine, and I was the helper. So the guy would tell me basically we'd have it down where, you know, the block pallet was good or it wasn't, and the stringer pallet was good or it wasn't. And when I would have to, if it was no good, I would have to pick it up and then slam it on the floor. You know what I mean? And keep them as straight as I could until I got maybe 8, 10 high of the block pallets and like 10, 12 high of the stringer pallets, and then the lift driver would come get them. Okay, so you got to figure, man, you're not lifting nothing. Those block pallets weigh 80 pounds a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're manhandling like, you know, anywhere from like 20 to 50 of them, and then the stringer pallets are 60 pounds, and you're manhandling double of the blocks. And then after that, I end up getting off that position, going to kick back as a quality control where I just had the clipboard and I'm counting pallets, no physical work. But then I started working a second job in the daytime, right? From 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Office Depot. So there I had to fucking pull the orders. No. You know what? The orders were already pulled, but I had to go through the whole fucking pallet, make sure they were right, going to the right store, and then I had to shrink wrap them by hand. Some of these motherfucking pallets were like 6 feet, 7 feet high. So my fucking legs would be, that's how that reminded me of after you told me what happened. My legs and thighs would be so sore from bending down with the shrink wrap, doing it by hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. that job. Luckily, I got paid for lunch. Then my other job, I started at 11, so I had 1 hour in between jobs. And I didn't, like, I would just go straight to work. They were right by each other, you know what I mean? And I would just wait for my shift to start. But even though the second job, I wasn't really doing nothing but counting pallets, you know, and what I mean by that is because the guys would get paid piece rate, so they would put their mark, like they'd put an X, and that would be Jorge. Plus sign, that would be Enero. You know, a minus sign, that would be fucking Sammy. You know what I mean? So I'd have to keep track of each one that they fixed because they got piece rate for it. Well, when 3 o'clock would come around, I would get off at 7. That job was 11 to 7. I also got paid for lunch. I would be dead fucking tired by 3 o'clock in the morning. Like
for
2 jobs back to back. And then guess what? Still go to school in the fucking morning for 3 hours every day.
Damn.
I don't know how I did it. it.
Them air hammers ain't no joke. I seen dudes like lose it, like lose control of it and put the whole joint through their foot. Like it's not like a jack, man. Yeah, air hammers ain't nothing to play with.
Nah, fuck no. Hell no. And then we had at that pallet yard, we had the nail guns, but it's still kind of like a same type of concept. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I've seen guys get popped with that shit, man. Guys playing around and shit. You know what I mean?
You see a lot of injuries in fucking construction that'll fuck you up. Shit, I seen a lunch break on this fucking job site. They had the yellow tape around the building we were working in, and they would tell people, don't go behind the yellow tape. Well, on top of the roof of the building, and it was like, well, they say about 12 floors, 13 floors, and they had these little statues, like gargoyle statues. Man, one of them bad boys broke loose, and 2 dudes were eating lunch behind the yellow line. That was it for them. They were in the ground, dude. It was nasty. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, man. But Buffalo Billy, you right. Buffalo, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. People be like, yo, what's wrong with that dude, man? You see what he's saying to you? And I be like, that's my guy. Buffalo Billy can say whatever the hell he want.
Yeah. You need to change that pic, Carlos. You look like you're assuming the position.
Yeah, I bet you like it.
You're not using your new pronouns, you said. So, So what I was saying earlier, I wanna close out on this. Not close out with us getting off, but close out the topic. So I was talking about you get up in the morning. Now this is on the main line. You get up in the morning. Either you wash up in the sink, like a normal person, like the bathroom, or your celly, and then you switch, right? And then usually you kick back and, you get dressed with your clothes you're going to wear to breakfast. And then you fucking, heat your water up for coffee, and a lot of times I would make my shot of coffee right then and there, but the fucking water would be so hot, the coffee be hot, I would let it sit until I got back from breakfast, right? And then I'd catch the news in the morning, you know what? Excuse me, in my cell, I catch the news, and then we go to breakfast. We come back, use the bathroom, brush your teeth again if you had school in the morning or you had a voc, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You brush your teeth again, you wash up again, make sure you ain't got no food in the corner of your mouth, fucking, you know, hit your grill again because you finished your coffee and you just ate. You don't want to, you know, and then so you go to school or your voc, or if you had a yard job, you know what I mean, you go do that. If you didn't, and you had, like, say you had afternoon school or afternoon program, then you would go to yard, fucking, you know what I mean, come back in when you're, you know, either enough time to take a shower, or when they, you know, you go in your cell and bird bath, you know, then mop up the floor and all that. So what I used to do a lot of time, my cellie had school in the morning, I was done with my program. What I would do is I would wait to go to yard. I would do my yoga stretches and all that for my back and shit, and then I would mop up my floor. I would sweep it and then mop it up. I had disinfectant. I spray it on the floor with the shampoo bottle, and then I take my floor towel and I mop it. You know what I mean? I would get underneath my bunk. I would pull out the two containers that I had, like the clear totes. I'd pull those out. I'd fucking, you know, get underneath the bed. I didn't get underneath the bed every day. I would do it every other day underneath the bed. You know what I mean? And then wipe down the walls, and then of course, you know, you bird bath, you wipe down your toilet, and then you scrub your toilet. Every other day I would, when I bird bath, I would scrub out the toilet. You know what I mean? Because you figure you got two guys in there, they're both shitting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I put on a glove, and I would fucking, I would really try to get the gloves from the kitchen, the ones that got the sleeve, you know, a little bit of the sleeve. You know, the big, that way, when you know, when you put your hands in there, you can get a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, you just want to clean that shit, man. You want to be as clean as possible because at the end of the day, man, a lot of fucking germs and disease, you know, bacteria and shit, man. You know what I mean?
If you got a roommate that's a Viking, you gonna get sick, man. The germs is just natural. It's in there, you know.
That bro. Oh my God, man. Oh man, Jesus, dude, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
I know you got countless stories with that shit. I'm telling you.
Oh man, I got two cellies, man, that like stuck out to me where I had to open my mouth, man. It's like, and that's a damn shame. Grown ass dude. You know what I mean? This one cat, bro. He comes in. I start seeing him on the yard, and I don't know what he is because he looks like he's from Southern Cali, right? He's got the bald head and shit like that. But then I end up finding out, and he's from Northern Cali, and I happen to know his uncle, right? It's a trip. Anyways, he fucking it's a trip because we were like, I started telling him about who I know from that area, and he's like, Joe Varela. He goes, I'm my uncle, right? I'm like, oh, what? This is a trip, right? So anyways, fucking he ends up coming into my cell, bro, right? And he's a big old dude, man, big old Mexican dude, man. He's like 6'3", he's about 6'3", 6'4", and he's about 380 pounds, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I guess fucking, I knew a lot of his homeboys that I had done time with, right? I mean, literally done time with, like, where we were tight. Not that just I knew him, you know, like I ran across him in the system. No, these dudes were part of the same circle. And anyways, he tells me, you know, he's from over here, and so I'm like, fuck, bro. So anyways, he's walking with a limp, right? A really bad limp. And he had like this infection on his foot where a lot of pus and blood was coming out of, right? And so I thought about giving him my bottom bunk, right? But then I was like, nah, man, because I started seeing how he was, right? He wasn't clean, right? And I was like, nah, I'm not going to have him fucking bleeding all over my rack underneath there, right? You know, so I was like, fuck that. And so the way the cells are built, man, the top rack, okay, the way the cells are built, the guy with the bottom bunk, his shelf is on the wall, right? Above the desk and above the light, right? Okay. The guy that sleeps on the top bunk, though, his shelf runs probably about where his belly button is, down to the end of the wall. So you're literally laying from where your belly button is, maybe the middle of your stomach. You're laying that much underneath the locker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you're a big dude, you know, when you turn to your side,
you gotta lay sideways.
Yeah, you hit. You got to stay literally on your back. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I don't give him my bottom bunk, right? And I didn't feel sorry. I didn't feel bad either because, like I said, he was dirty, man, and he was, you know, he would get blood on his rack. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna have blood and pus all on my shit, and not to mention that's an infection, you know. So Anyway, they end up finding out that his foot was broke, and they find that out like 3-4 months later. So he's trying to get a lawsuit. And then what happens is, man, on top of all that, oh my God, man, this dude would smell like straight butt, bro. Straight smelly ass. You know, look, I'm not trying to make fun of nobody, but it's that smell when you get heavier. That smell, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that sweaty smell. Yeah. So, there's no way he could smell himself, man. There's no fucking way, right? So, anyways, luckily for me, man, our cells had the windows that opened, right? But he had control. But he had control of it because the latch is on the top bunk. So what happened was that these old school windows, you know, those ones that have the little squares. They got little squares like you know, they're like I don't know, like
mailbox lids.
Yeah, they're like 5 inches by 7 or 7 by 5. So anyways, I had a couple of them cut out open down by my head, and I had little pieces of cardboard that I would, you know, block them in with. So bro, I'm literally at the fucking with my head up because I got my mattress rolled up. I'm literally at the little window.
Try to breathe air.
Yeah, I'm breathing. Yeah, bro. I'm like this. Look, I'm at my little window like that. I'm like, right? And fucking, oh man, bro. Hey, oh my God, right? And then he's like asking me, oh, when do they run shower? You know, like dumb questions, bro. Like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? You know, you've been in this cell already. So I finally had to tell him something like, look, bro. And you know what the funny part about it is that me and him would talk privately, and I'm already knowing, bro, because I'm part of the chain of command, right? So I already know what he's about as far as his status. He's trying to tell me that he's something that he's not, right? But me, not being an asshole, I'm not going to be one of those dudes that's going to go tell on him to the other homies to get him in trouble, right? I can tell that he's not, you know, he's got some issues right up there, right? And so it's like, dude, if that's what you're saying you are, you take pride in yourself for being that, and that's definitely not what you're doing here. You know what I mean? But what happened was, when I'm talking to him, he was telling me that there was a homeboy of mine named Chico that was like one of his road dogs, right? From the street, and he was telling me that, and I knew Chico was Chico's another guy, and what he was trying to tell me is what Chico was, right? And I know that for a fact, right? Yeah, he was trying to claim that they got put on at the same time and they received the status at the same time, right? But I know Chico. Chico takes pride in himself. He works out. He fucking takes care of himself. You know, the way he eats. He don't just, you know what I mean? The best of his ability. Yeah. So I'm like, oh no. I'm like, nah, man. So I'm just listening. And then I finally had to tell him, like, oh, that's what he was telling me, that when he was with Chico, he was, you know, his same height, 6'3", 6'4", but he only weighed like 180 pounds. So this guy, this guy doubled his weight. And so while I'm talking to him, I find out that he had some shit going on when he got out. A brother of his got killed, and an old lady of his got killed. And so he started taking it bad. He got on psych meds, right? And that's what happened. That's usually what happens. The psych meds blows the people up. You know, it
side
makes them get
effects of it,
heavy. Side effects, exactly. So I put 2 and 2 together that, oh, that's what's going on here. And he's just talking out of his ass on some of this other stuff. But I'm not going to be an asshole and go say, hey, homie, this guy is telling me this and that in the cell. That dry snitch and shit. I'm not with it. Right?
No doubt.
Not with it. I'm not with it. And so I just didn't say nothing. So eventually I say, you know what, Anthony, bro, I said, you got to move, bro. I go, he's like, what's up? I said, bro, I can't take this, man. I can't take this shit in here. And then not to mention, bro, I have my own program. When we come back from breakfast, you know, I was in that cell so long. When I would get in there, Celly, get the fuck out of my way. I'm fucking stripping down, you know, down to my shorts, my basketball shorts, you know, taking off my blues and all that shit. Bro, this motherfucker, like I said, he's 6'4", 380. I'm fucking 280. I'm 280, right? At that time, I'm 280. And fucking, I'm like, I'm trying to take my blues on. Every time I take my sleeve off or a leg out of the pants, he's bumping me. And I'm like, dude, and I fucking had to finally tell him, man, get your ass in your bunk, motherfucker, right? You know, it was like, damn, man, that shit was crazy, bro. But yeah, I had to tell him he had to move, man. I said, bro, I don't even feel comfortable talking to you about this right now. You know what I mean? I don't even feel comfortable, man. You know, and it's like, fuck, dude. So then, that thing come out. Oh, you got
I killed it. I killed bots on strike.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, well, yeah, you know how we do it. And then, so I'm like, bro, I don't feel even comfortable even talking to you about this, dude. You're making me feel very uncomfortable. We're grown men, bro. Come on now. You know what I mean? You know, exactly. I said, bro, I talked to him like a man. I mean, not a man, but man. But I mean, I didn't like belittle him. I didn't make it. You know what I mean? You know, I try to. Before I had that last talk with him, I tried to talk to him, like pump him up, like, cause like I said, we're not here to break each other. We're here to make each other. You know what I mean? Exactly. What I mean by break each other is tearing each other down and kicking us when we're down. You know, that's one thing I never got, man. I never got it, and I didn't like it when, you know, they say household business comes first, just like, you know, they say, hey, if your son's on a dying bed and we call for you, you need to come, right? You know that saying? So same thing in the inside. You know, you're supposed to drop what you're doing, no matter if you're on the phone with your peoples, you're writing a letter, anything you're doing. If you're called to assist the house, you're supposed to assist the house, right? So, exactly. You know, you can't, you know, same thing. You can't belittle this dude. So you gotta take all precautions to try to talk to him right. Anybody, and that goes for anybody, you know, because like I said, you're not here to break each other. But that's what I was saying. That's the thing I never liked, is that, like, they don't take in consideration what you're going through on the street. Like, wait, maybe somebody's sick. Maybe you lost a loved one. They don't give a they don't give a fuck, man. It's fucked up. It's fucked up that they do that, because you could be a down ass homie that's always there for the peoples, you know, for the cause, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, one little thing, you know, they want to fucking chop your head off. It's like, it's fucked up. You're not supposed to, you know, you're supposed to exhaust all measures of discipline, or however you want to state it, before you go that extreme to whack them or get them off the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's like, you know what I mean? So that was one story.
You did good with dude, because you know what? You treated him like almost like a little brother, because you know what? The next man would have reported him and he would have got penalized for that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I seen so many homies fucking dry snitch on other homies. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. It's like, you should feel ashamed of yourself, man. I seen this one cat one time where he's complaining to the other homies that his light's not, the guy across from his light's not on. You know what I mean? It was my celly. It was my fucking celly telling on a homeboy that was across from us, but he's telling on to the homie next to us through the vent. And the kid next to him that he's telling this to, it was barely 18 years old. He barely came from YA, from Youth Authority, because he caught a case in there. You know what I mean? And fucking, and he's complaining about the guy don't have his light on, because in DVI you have the old lights, you know, those kind. That's all you got. One fucking light bulb. But the thing was, it was daylight, bro. Having a light on is not going to do nothing at all, period. You know what I mean? And I couldn't believe he was telling on the guy like that, man. And this is my Sally doing it.
It comes natural to a lot of cats. They and it's a subtle shit that they and the thing is, a lot of times they don't even see anything wrong with it. Now it'd be some thorough dudes, but it's like, yo, that's a form of dry snitching. You don't see what that shit is, you know?
Yeah. Oh, hold on, man. Oh, Carlos, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, they can only hear you. Okay, Buffalo Billy says press Control F4. Hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, Buffalo Billy. Go right outside. No, yeah, earlier he told me that I didn't understand what he was saying. He was like, yeah, that troll fucking. I'm like, what troll? And he's like, yeah, the motherfucker tells you hit the no, that's what it was. He said the troll that shut down your live, and I'm all, excuse me. I go, no troll shut down my live, and then he goes, no, if the one comes in and tells you hit Control F4, that will be the troll that shuts down your live. Excuse me. And I go, I can't do that anyways. I'm on a phone. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Hey, he's so crazy that I watch the reactions of people when he comes in certain chats. Like when he comes in, like he goes to stand-ups, and stand-up goes, oh God, Buffalo Billy, please, Mr. Buffalo Billy, behave.
Yeah. But fucking what was I gonna say was, oh yeah, and then this other time, man, they had me in the gym, right? I was in the gym, and this fucking cat, man, he worked in the kitchen, right? He worked in the kitchen 5 days a week. No. Wait. No, he wasn't in the kitchen. He was on the Lionscape crew. No. I'm lying. That's another time. He worked in the kitchen. Now, for some reason, I had two different guys. Yeah, no, he was in the kitchen, and he worked 5 days a week, right? And I forgot what his days off were. I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And anyways, I noticed that, you know, because we were on lockdown. Well, not lockdown, but they just didn't no program that day. I don't know if it was short of staff or whatever, so we didn't get to go out. But showers were open and all that, right? So TV was on in the day room, and this is in the gym, right? And I tell him, hey, and I could smell something, right? And I'm like, hey, I go, hey, you fucking, yeah. I said, you showered today? He goes, nah. He goes, no, I ain't did nothing. I didn't work today. I didn't work out. I said, but I go, you farted today, right? He goes, yeah. I go, you shitted today, right? He goes, yeah. I said, so you got booty juice seeping all in your butthole, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, I guess. I said, well, bro, I'm just telling you because I could smell you, dude. You know what I mean? You know, and it's like, damn, you know, because you can't belittle the dude, right? Like we said earlier. Because,
I know.
Yeah, well, we got really strict rules. Like, well, you're not even allowed to cuss at, like, if you're talking to a homie, you're not allowed to cuss at them, let alone any other group segment. You're supposed to show all group segment respect as well as the cops. You can't just say, oh, he's a fucking cop, fuck him, I don't like. Hell no, you're gonna bring heat to the peoples, right?
Exactly.
And so, yeah, and so part of our household policy, which that stands for HHP's household policy, all household members are supposed to follow by these fucking, you know, these specific guidelines, and you're not supposed to disrespect any group segment, any cop, CO, we call them canines, and then you're supposed to be respectful within your own peoples. So you can't be like, hey, motherfucker, what the fuck? Like, because you can get disciplined for just cussing. There's a lot of guys that do not like that shit. When you're talking to them, you do not cuss. They'll fucking book you for that. I don't mean stab you. When I say book, I mean they'll book you for some disciplinary actions. You know, like some working out, some shit out of the. You know, they might give you a 1,000-word essay on what. Yeah, or well, no, they'll probably give you a 1,000-word essay on, you know, respect and what that, you know, what that means to you. You know, shit like that. You know, a writing assignment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fucking yeah. So you know, it is what it is, and I've always carried myself like that. That's why I don't say nigga. I don't say blood. Same reasons, because I don't know if you heard me explain it I don't know if you heard me explain this earlier, but dude, you got old school Jama cats, and Jama means BGF cats, right? Black Gorilla Family, back from the 70s. These guys are still around. They're called Ndugus. That's how you say brother in Swahili, right?
Yeah.
They're telling their own people, their own little Ndugus, their own little brothers, hey, don't be saying the N-word, right?
Yep.
But then you got all these Puerto Ricans and Mexicans over here saying the N-word left and right in front of them. I said, come on, man. You guys are disrespecting this man. You know what I mean? You need to show some respect. He's still an elder. And if you want to keep it real, he ran with our forefathers back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So you need to respect that man. And, you know, we don't do that, you know. And that's another thing, too. Like when, you know, somebody leaves, like a youngster leaves that facility, it's a county jail facility, right, which is supposed to be training grounds. And then they go to the pen, and then they start hearing these motherfuckers talking like that. You know, depending who's there and who's running shit, they might say, hey, come here. You know, where'd you just come from? Oh, I came from over here. Well, who's over there? Who's over there that's been around? Oh, Big Lou's there. What Big Lou? Puerto Rican Big Lou? Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? And now I'm gonna have to answer for some shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, they you know, and it's like, nah, man. And then I use that word about getting us in a wreck. You know, it sounds like you're saying you're gonna get us beat up, but no, get us in a wreck just means we're gonna have to go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, but yeah, it's a trip, man. You know, it's a trip. The whole thing, it's all a learning process. You know.
Yeah, it is. And you don't forget there's all discipline. It's kind of like the whole concept. All that revolves around being a convict aspect of being in there. And it's like I always tell people, you got two types. You got the inmate, and you got the convict.
Convicts. Yeah, exactly. No doubt. Yeah. U2F Key said there was a story I heard on another channel where they killed a dude because he was taking pills he needed. That was one of the fucked up stories I ever heard. Dude was doing bad before they killed him. What channel did you hear that on? Okay, look. If you're okay, it's looked down upon if you take psych meds. Okay. You can still be part of the program, the mental health program, but not take the pills. But some people need to take the pills. But the reason why they do that is because it's mind alternating the pills, where it's like a tranquilizer, man. A lot of these guys come back from dinner, from dinner, they stop at the pill line, and by 6 p.m., man, they're just on their bunk.
Yeah,
they can't even.
They're done.
They're like sitting ducks, right? Yeah. So it's like, okay, we got night yard coming up. Hello, you know what I mean? You're knocked out. You're no good to the collective.
Yep.
You're no good to the collective.
Jump off. You better you're in trouble now. So you got to worry how your people's got to try to look out for you. It's like
right. Not to mention they already got some older guys that might be in a wheelchair or walkers that they got to look out for too. You know what I mean? It becomes a nuisance. It's like, well, I don't know if a nuisance is the right word, because a nuisance is somebody that's fucking up all the time, right? So, you know, it's a burden. It becomes a burden to the collective as a whole, because you can't function. You can't even keep your eyelids open. How you gonna throw a punch or a kick? You know,
exactly.
You know,
I didn't hear that story, but you know, sometimes there's also the thing like it could be a hit in itself, and then they'll use the excuse that, oh, it's because he was doing pills. You know what I'm saying? That's also another reality of it too.
Yeah. So he said from stories written by a current prisoner. So that dude had a good show. He does have a good show. One of the dudes from my town came on there, and he's been down like 38 years. And I remember I remember that murder, because the lady that he killed was a friend of my brother, and her mother's a friend of my mother's. And I remember her little daughter that was left behind. She was like 2 years younger than me, but I remember seeing her around for the next, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, the little girl. And he fucking wigged out on some crank. He was on crank go fast, and he fucking tripped out. He got out of county jail. He was up for like 3 days, and he just started hearing things, and he fucking killed fucking Rosie, man. Well, not Rosie. What was her name? Oh, fuck. Oh, man, I forgot her name now. Jeez.
Buffalo. He goes, Carlos, wow. I asked Big Lou, were you in a gang, or can you talk about it? Buffalo, no, I was never actually in a gang. It depends on where you live at. Like in the Bronx is like street blocks and everything. So I lived on 179th Street, and everybody in my building, everybody in that little area, we had considered like a crew who you hang out with, you know, but not so much gangs. But when you with your crew, it's almost like a gang because y'all roll for each other, you know.
Yeah, because I told him, I don't know if you heard me when I told him I'm not from a gang on the street, but I did grow up in the neighborhood. I grew up on the west side, but then I kicked it with the west side, and I used to kick it with the south side, and we used to play football games against each other. And the two neighborhoods are like intertwined because they got families that are families with both neighborhoods. That, you know, like there's even brothers that one brother's from the south and one brother's from the west. You know, and they're brothers. You know what I mean? So you know, I grew up, and you know, I grew up on the west side originally, and then halfway about 17 years old, we moved to the south side. You know what I mean? And then we lived there. I lived there only for like a couple of years, but then my mom stood there continuously for the next shit. She just from 97, and she moved out about 2 weeks before I got out of the pen the last time. So you're talking 97 to 2017. That's 20 years. Damn, man, I got this bump right here in my head, and I think from the way it feels, I think it's a bite.
Another impromptu.
What the? Hold on, give me this goddamn phone.
You know, just
it's doing a whole show by its goddamn self for nothing.
When I feel like it, you know what I mean?
Look at this shit.
I'll, you know, as my shows continue, I'll start planning them out.
Hold on. Wow. A brand new phone, and it's acting like the other one that goes to Panisi. Shit.
Who was that? Who was that talking?
Oh, that was Stone Sailor. I was watching his show earlier.
Oh, okay. Then let's see. Quit lying. You was down with the. Oh shit. You done came out. You done came out from hiding.
Brother Nelson, what's going on? Oh man. Yeah. Now we all three of us are together. That's what's up.
Let's see. There it is. Hop on. Oh man, I'm fucking burnt out, man. I was telling Nelson earlier, I had a fucking appointment this morning. So they gave me some results, but what happened was what happened was with me, I messed up because I didn't fast correctly when they did the blood work. Okay, so then I did it correctly where they said, I think 6 p.m. the night before or 8 p.m. the night before, don't eat nothing. And then my blood work was the next morning at 8 o'clock. So yeah, it was like 12 hours, and I messed up the time before that because I think I ate something like almost 11. You know what I mean? And then when I was pulling in the parking lot of the clinic, I had some what kind of juice was that? I don't remember. I think it was Sunny D. I took like three big gulps out of it. That, you know, that shit's sweet as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I mean, Nelson. I dropped the link right there. Hop in if you want.
Yeah, you probably had no energy. No energy.
Yeah, he was working. He was working too earlier. So, but yeah. So you know, that's touchy, man. With you know, when you're dealing with guys like that, man, because I guarantee you. Oh, he's driving the airport. Okay, he's listening. All right. Drive safe, brother.
Yeah, drive safe.
You know, it's touchy because, like you said, guys will go dry snitch on you, and if you get at them too wild, they will go fucking tell on you. Hey, man, he was calling me this. He fucking, you know, he said that, you know, and you know, even though it was just between me and him in the cell. It wasn't out in front of nobody else, because a lot of guys fuck up too, man. Is they'll talk to their peoples fucked up like they're kids and belittling them, berating them, and then you got these groups, a different group segment sitting 5 feet off to the right, and they're sitting there looking at you guys like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Yeah, I see that. You see that? Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it's just one of them things, man. It's, you know, it's, that's why I always say I prefer to be in a cell over dorms any day, because you just got to deal with that one guy in there. You know what I mean? The one cellie you got. You know, in the dorms, you got to deal with, you know, all kinds of different people, and, you know, and then, you know, on top of all that, you got to be on top of your stuff. You know, jailhouse thieves, you know, that's just not tolerated. You know what I mean?
No.
And I think I got a fucking, I think I got a bite up here.
Oh yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah, because
so how long you been on? How long? What time you jumped on earlier?
3 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh shit.
Yeah, well, the first like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I was controlling the mic, boy. I was like the MC. Microphone check, 1, 2, 3, check. Then you know, I was just flowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? I'm fucking tired right now. Like I said, I woke up early this morning. I was supposed to have the fucking phone consultation at 5 a.m. I did that purposely so I can get it over with. They didn't end up calling me till like damn near 7 a.m. It was like 20 to 7. And it's like, come on, man, really? You know, I was supposed to do it with them Wednesday. They didn't even call me to say, oh, we rescheduled for Friday. I had to find out on my own by me calling and finding out. You know what I mean? But anyways, you know, it's, oh yeah, it's kind of soft right here. Wonder if it's a fucking, maybe it's a big ass pimple or something, or a fucking ingrown. Yeah, because I can feel it right there. It's soft. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it might be an ingrown hair or something.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah, so you know, it's just one of those things. So I didn't get much sleep last night because I wanted to make sure I was gonna get. You know what happened? No, I fell asleep, and then I ended up waking up on my own, used the restroom, and it was close to that time, so I just stood up. You know, I woke up to use the bathroom about 4:15, 4:10, and I knew 5 o'clock was going to be the appointment, so I just said I'm gonna stay up. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, they didn't end up calling me till almost 7, so that was 3 fucking out. You know, 2.5 hours that I could have been enjoying rest. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah. Everything turned out okay?
Yeah, because like I said, I fasted right, you know, for this one. You know what I mean? So yeah, everything came out right. The EKG, they had me do that because they were checking my heart to see if it would handle the medication they were going to give me, but that was going off the first blood work. So once I didn't fast right like I was supposed to, so that threw off the numbers and what they were looking for. You know what I'm saying? So the second time I fasted right, and that's when I got the results today, and so I don't even have to take that medication. You know, so good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you privately, but I got some good news today that shit was taken care of, and it wasn't just told to me; it was also told to me, and then I did my part to make sure that it was going to go through. You know what I'm saying? So that was good because I thought I'll tell you in person. I mean,
no doubt.
Yeah, because it's a little complicated, and then you know I don't be trying to give people firepower. You know what I mean?
No, you don't want to give these people ammunition.
Yeah,
know?
Same thing. Right? Same reason why they don't say their business. So why should I say mine? You know, that's simple.
And that's another thing too. I'm not giving them no more energy. I'm not mentioning their name. I'm not paying no mind because at the end of the day, you know. So it's like, yeah.
Wow, you were. Oh, yeah. I don't even want to talk about. I was gonna say about somebody came in here earlier, and I didn't. I just said, I ain't seen you around, and I just said, and I said something, and I'm not gonna repeat it because, same thing like you said. It's not even worth it, and I'm not gonna give it no energy. We're gonna be on track. We're gonna stay on track, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Those that show us love, they'll get love back, and those that don't want to show us love, we don't really care. That's how it's gonna work.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I mean? Yeah, hit that like button. It says I got 6 likes, and we got 10 in the chat right now. But the avatar's pretty clean, huh?
Nah, that one's badass. I like it. Whoever did it did a good job.
Yeah, Frank did it. Frank from Frank's Positive Vibes. Yeah, he hooked me up. Yeah. Well, his channel now is called Frank's Vibes now.
So he's doing big things. His channel grew. He's doing things. He's laid back.
Yeah. Okay. Buffalo Billy says I have 21 likes. Okay, that's cool. So that just means that my YouTube hasn't I'm behind on the YouTube.
Because you gotta constantly refresh it. But yeah, and that's not bad. And you also gotta consider how many shows are on right now as well too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I got 20 in here. Like, the most I've ever got on a live is like 22. But like I said, I'm not complaining. That's like, anytime I get anybody in here, I appreciate it because I don't have that many subs, right? But like I said earlier, like a lot of times I'll close out a live, and when I close it out, I just happen to look, and it'll say like 50 views, 80 views already, and I'm like, damn. Well, that explains why it always jumps up. The people in the chat, the number up here, it'll jump up and then it'll go back down, but it's constantly going up and down because, people will come in, watch maybe 2 minutes, a minute, bounce, maybe come back later. You know what I mean? And that's, I think what happens is you watch it for like a minute and a half, they give you the view. And then what they end up doing, because a lot of times I'll see it, it'll say 80 views, and then tomorrow it'll say 70, 72. And I think what it is they fix it, they adjust it, like, by percentage of who actually watched it. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's making sense what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so I've been studying the algorithm and I've been looking at different things, the age group, that male and female, where they're from, and the main one is what time they watch, and I already knew this from just like 2 or 3 lives, but the best time is in the afternoon. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, what time? Like between 3 and 4 or earlier?
Exactly. Yep.
That's kind of like how it is on cable television. Like there's certain times in the day, certain like those peak hours. As kids, it was always 3:30 to almost 5 or 6 because you would get out of school at 3 and then you rush home, and then that's when all the cartoons and everything be on.
Right. And then Saturday morning they start about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Shit, cartoons. Earlier than that.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes, but yeah, it depends what channel. But I mean, yeah, you're right. 6 o'clock, yeah. You know what I mean? I remember I used to like to stay home on school days because I used to catch fucking Dukes of Hazzard. And if I didn't stay home sick, I couldn't watch Dukes of Hazzard because Dukes of Hazzard came on during the morning. You know what I mean?
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, they used to come on like fuck, man. Maybe 11 o'clock.
There was so many shows as kids that I used to like. I used to like Buck Rogers, BJ and the Bear. There was so many shows, dude. You ever watch BJ and the Bear? He was a truck driver that had a bear.
I remember Bad News Bears. I remember what's it called? Fucking White Shadow. Fucking Barney Miller, fucking
Barney Miller.
What's happening? Fucking TJ Hooker, fucking
so many good ass classic shows.
Yeah, fucking man, I'm fucking tired. You can look at, you can even tell by looking at me.
Yeah, you falling out, but you better start wrapping this bad boy up.
This eye right here keeps going like, and I see it. I feel fucking delirious, like you know what I mean. And I ain't talking about Eddie Murphy delirious.
Yeah, he's trying to rest, right? He's trying to get that body rest.
Yeah, because I haven't had fucking the last 3 days. Actually, since wait a minute, since what's today? The 18th.
18th, yep.
Since the 14th, that was Monday, right? Yeah. Since the 14th, I haven't really had sleep. You know what I mean? Yep. So yeah, I'm tired, man. But this live was cool today. That's another thing I said earlier too. I hadn't been feeling it. I like to even do a live. I did one last Thursday. You know what I mean? When I had Harvey on. You know, when I had Harvey on. I'm gonna hopefully bring on Harvey Wednesday to close out our interaction, because we didn't get to touch on anything about his transitioning back into society after 30 years. And then also I want to discuss a little bit about the walls at prison in Missouri that they closed down. You know, it's got that old school Alcatraz type feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look above Buffalo's crazy.
Carlos locked me in a room and makes me laugh. Carlos locks me in a room. No. Carlos locks me in to a room and makes me listen to Big Pun. We're gonna build this channel.
Yeah, Big Pun's a bad boy.
I love Big Pun and seriousness. Chris Rivers is dope too. Chris Rivers. That's el hijo, su hijo, no?
Yeah, that's his son. He's nasty too, but his father was next level. Pun will probably go down as one of the most underrated lyricists ever.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm tired, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say adios, que te vaya bien. Y me voy a, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. Yeah. Get some rest, buddy. It was good. A good show. I'm gonna catch the replay in a little bit. I'm gonna get my head right, and I'm gonna relax too. Buffalo Billy, everybody in the chat, thank you for stopping by and showing my brother Lou some love.
Yeah, I'm gonna do roll call. You two F Keys, Buffalo Billy, Nelson Pad 52. What else we got here? Shit. You know what? It's better just to go all the way up and then come back.
Yep. Jerry
Gambuti made a presence. He made it. You know what I mean? Sea Dog and Cooper. Urban Productions. Tino the Mino. I know Tino the Mino in person. Rasta Business. Daniel Ortiz. Just chilling there. Searching for answers, West Virginia. Richard Dowling, all the way from Ireland. Oh shit! I didn't even see Mando Castillo right here. Oh wow! Saludos, Mando. My bad, bro. I didn't even see you. Yeah, I don't like that, man. I didn't even see him there. I didn't like that I didn't say anything to him. You know.
Yeah, it gets like that sometimes. It'll be slowing on the thing when you miss on the chat. That's why sometimes I don't like stepping away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got. Joey Crack, all the way up. I'll sort you, Big Lou. What the hell does that mean? I'll sort you. I'll sort you, Big Lou. What does that mean? Buffalo Billy O'Reilly outside. The hell? I'll sort you. You know what he mean by that? You know what he means by that?
But
I'll sort you.
But you also forget, they from where Buffalo Billy's from. They got a different slang than we do. You feel me?
Yeah, he's from Ireland or Scotland, or is he English? I asked him earlier. I don't think he answered me.
Shit, I think he's Irish. I could be mistaken, but I think Buffalo Billy's Irish. Don't beat me up, Billy, if I'm wrong. It's been a minute.
And Oliver Sutton is Scottish or Irish?
I honestly can't fucking remember. I know Grant because Grant's always saying stuff.
Roscoe and Grant are Scottish.
Okay.
Right? Roscoe and Grant are Scottish, and then Oliver Sutton today. I seen him in Thin Dudes and Vito, and I sent him the crossbow, the cross hammer and thing, and with the Scottish flag. And he didn't say nothing back, like no, that's not, whatever.
Yeah.
But Dale Strain, I can't remember.
A good man.
Yeah, I can't remember if Dale Strain is Irish or Scottish. I can't remember if some of the guys I don't remember. You know what I mean?
I think Dale's Scottish, but lives in London.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but again, shout out to all those gentlemen across the pond.
Yeah, that's why that
and I don't want to jump out there with Billy because shit, Billy tore me a new one inside goddamn Lefty's chat because I had said something that it went against, it wasn't okay with Billy, and he let me know about it. But that's why I don't want to jump out there.
Yeah, you know about it, huh?
Yo, yeah, that's why he ain't even responded to that motherfucker. He's probably waiting for me to say the wrong nationality so he could go at me again.
Yeah, so fucking yeah, that's why during Veterans Weekend I was like, salute to all the veterans. Was that Veterans Week? Was that Veterans Weekend or was that Memorial just passed? Now I'm fucking forgot.
Veterans.
Okay, so I was like, salute to all the veterans, past and present. Those MIA. And I said something too about all the United States Armed Forces, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force. Even National Guard. I said, and then I said all Allied forces. You know what I mean? Because they're fighting with us. They lost guys too.
All of those who have, paid the ultimate sacrifice to protect our freedom.
Right. Yeah. So, it is what it is. So you gotta tip your hat where, game recognized game, where what's that one? You gotta what's that? Well, one saying goes, you gotta, basically, you gotta give credit where credit's due. There you go.
Credit's due. Always,
it is.
Always. That's why. But this is why it's also serious that a lot more people take that stolen valor stuff serious, because that is something that's really, really serious, and people overlook that shit. Were
you just in my mind right now? Because I was just before you just said that, I was like, and the other thing I was thinking about was that what's that word you say?
4-leaf tayback.
Yeah, I don't think that mofo, that jive ass turkey said anything about veterans at all. I don't think. Just like when Memorial Day came by, nothing was said. But anyways, that's enough with that. Oh man, but yeah. So everybody, I appreciate you guys for stopping in, showing love, hanging out this long with us, and also everybody that's gonna come by later and watch the live. If it's your first time coming to the channel, highly appreciate it. Sub, like, and share. Also, feel free to leave comments. I respond back to all the comments. You know what I mean? With that being said, you guys already know, Big Lou, tapping on out.
Get some rest, everybody. Be easy, everyone.
All right, Lo. Thanks for stopping in.